Hello and welcome to the Bethesda Big Train Baseball Network. We've got a pretty stellar matchup here. The Big Train look to try and extend their long win streak to 10 here as they take on the Silver Spring-Takoma Thunderbolts, bottom of the North Division, and the league as a whole. I'm Carson Cass, joined by Zach Lewis on my left. Zach, we're back to regularly scheduled programming after last night's All-Star game. How are you?
Well, I'm doing well, and it feels like a while since we've been back in kind of a regular flow of things here, but really happy to be back in broadcasting tonight. As you said, an important match here for the Big Train, especially as they are flying high in the top of the league, like you said, extending their win streak to 10 here. So they've been winning all over the place, and hoping to do so now.
Yeah, the Express has been pretty well on the tracks. They found their way through with some serious fuel. Obviously, 9 straight games with a win, but the last time they lost did come against the Silver Spring-Takoma Thunderbolts in the latter half of a make-up doubleheader type game with 4 innings in the first, 9 innings in the second. It'll be very interesting to see just what can go on this season and how these teams can evolve. And as we see, Silver Spring-Takoma was above the Big Train the first time we played, and now as we get here, we see that it's not as much the same thing. We'll go over quickly their side lineup, who will face in this top of the order. It'll be Gabriel Pagis, the center fielder, trailed by Colin Gibbs, Caleb Studervant, Sam Camacho Jr. with Nolan Cutney, Marco Pulizzi, with Griffin Povell, Kai Schmelzer, and Aiden Perel to line out their top half here for the Thunderbolts. But they have a pretty good defense to face. It feels like they've kind of really found, the Big Train have really found who they're looking for.
Yes, I mean, these will all be pretty familiar faces that we'll see in this defense. In the infield, Emilio Gonzalez has first base, Brennan Wright in second, and Logan Pinette in third. Shortstop is the new addition, Kieran Coleman. In the field, we have Will Hack in center. On the other side, it's him, Ryan Piscola in left, and Zachary Milvazio in right. And the bat, and TJ Gramister will be catching tonight. His battery mate is Kyle Hopper on the mound.
Yeah, it'll be a very interesting start here, I think, for this Big Train side, trying to extend what will be a 9-game win streak. The league record is 17, 13 games left in the season. There's obviously still time to reach that, but it's a long season. It's going to be a long way to get there. I think for them, they're just trying to make as much history as possible, obviously. We're talking about a manager trying to four-peat for the second time ever, really.
Yeah, and Sal obviously has the prowess as the better manager to beat, and a lot of teams have seen that this season so the games get fiery here, and Sal is a long-time manager and well-known and very well-respected here, but he's also the guy who people want to beat, and it looks like this Big Train team is going to come into the end of the season if they can finish in their current trajectory in the top of the league, and so they'll have kind of a target on their back looking at the playoffs as well.
Yeah, and league leader-wise, we'll be right back. We'll take a quick look at the rest of the side and the battery when we return, on the Big Train Baseball Network. Welcome back to the Big Train Baseball Network. I'm Carson Cash, joined by Zach Lewis. Kyle Hopper going to man the battery tonight with TJ Gramesty. The Orlando, Florida native will have his second start of the year, 7th appearance on the mound. Dolphin, pretty good season with them, but as well a pretty good season here, Zach.
Yeah, Hopper has been a really great player for the Big Train. Played in 6 games, started just one of them, so been mostly a reliever guy. He has 13 strikeouts on his 13.1 innings pitched, so he's done really well. Has a whip of 1.57, so has been really effective in getting the strikeouts and sitting the batters down instead of walking them or giving up too many hits.
So it's going to be an interesting start tonight as he leads off against the All-Star Gabriel Pagese, played in last night's All-Star contest, which you can find in the Cal Ripken Senior League if you're interested. But long story short, the Valley League played the Cal Ripken Senior League in a pretty fun matchup where they won 12-3. Pretty dominant showing from the Valley League. Pagese, all right, he had 2 singles, 2 for 2, as Hopper's first pitch misses high on the breaking ball. Hopper will mix a 4-seam cutter slider changeup mix. Now the 1-0. That one just inside. Had a little bit of a delay. The umpires were a little bit late, thinking that the game was 7. Got rescheduled. This is a makeup from Sunday. I actually don't know what the day is. 2-0. Pitch
Well,
in
you
there.
mentioning All-Star game there. It was kind of an All-Star typical night where, some players really came to win. Some players were there a little bit to just have a good time and relax with the league. The Valley League definitely took it seriously, and a couple of their big players got some big hits yesterday.
Come back around the mound, and Hopper handles it well. So pretty calm from the Dolphin. He gets the first out over at first. Pagese, the first man to go down. Colin Gibbs to trail, and we'll quickly go through the defensive lineman, I think, again. Not sure if we had your mic on, but it's
some audio issues last time, but infield is Gonzalez, right, and shortstop Kieran Coleman, as well as Logan Panett over at third. Outfield is Malvazio, Hack, and Foscolo with TJ Gramesty catching.
Chillier day here. 81 degrees isn't exactly chilly, but it's far chillier than the 106-degree day we had just over 5 days ago. 1-0. That one
Weather
misses high to Colin Gibbs.
certainly feels like a relief tonight, as we are not sweating profusely in our booth tonight. In fact, we have like a little bit of a breeze even.
Yeah. Our producer Becca wearing a sweater, which it's always a good sign that the ballpark is not going to be egregiously hot today.
Yeah,
And
it is, yes.
so a lot more people just here tonight and a lot more relaxed, I think, is the general vibe. 3-0. Missed the first 3 to Gibbs, threatening to draw up the designated hitter, Caleb Studervant, and that he does. So Hopper draws a walk, or concedes a walk, as Studervant comes up. Camacho Jr. on deck. Studervant, pretty good season so far for these Thunderbolts. He's kind of trailed off a little bit as he has switched to a more designated hitting role, at least in the average department, but has still continued to hit very well. I think pretty decidedly an all-star snub in my mind. 15 games played, but a 1,200 OPS marker.
I mean, anytime you are that effective with that marker, you think you might earn yourself all-star status. That ball is fouled into the stands. A couple of young fans excited to go and take a grab at that one.
His last appearance was on July 3rd against Gaithersburg. 3 for 3, 5 RBIs, 2 walks, double and a home run. So not the kind of guy you want to give a base path run or two. 0-1, Hopper delivers. It's missed low. Considering a good history against these big train. Helped contribute in the matchup last time out where they won. And that big train team, Zach Malvazio, gave up the save as he walked it off. 1-1 from Hopper. This one right up the middle. Right leaps at second, but he can't get there. Gets into the outfield, and a base hit for Studervant.
Studervant staying hot after his last game against the Giants, who we saw on Monday, and that's a great piece of hitting. You can see why he was able to get 5 RBI in that game. Was very patient in the count and just waited for one to kind of get over the zone easily for him to take a swing at. And 2 runners on and 1 out now for the Thunderbolts.
Sam Camacho Jr., the third baseman, not the season he had hoped for. A third base difficulties on defense, and
A sub 600 OPS. First pitch from Hopper is in there. It's a good fastball.
Important pitch for Hopper there to find the zone early in the count. Kind of got down first against Gibbs, who he gave up the walk to, and then wasn't able to find the zone early against Studervine either.
Now the 0-1. Hopper with 2-1. Trying to navigate the jam. This one fouled backwards, nearly caught Cutney, the man behind the plate. Or, excuse me, the man on deck. The man behind the plate is TJ Gramesty working the battery, as well as an umpire behind him. Camacho redshirted, 2025 at North Florida in his freshman year. Clarion College, he did not play last year, and he will return there. He is the Plantation, Florida native, try and build on a summer that has not been great, but his first organized ball in some time as that one misses. Count now 1-2.
Yeah, that ball just a little bit too far inside to Camacho Jr. there, and a little high as well, so count moves to 1-2.
So the 1-2, like you mentioned, Hopper delivers, and this one a swing and a miss. Down goes Camacho Jr. Well-placed fastball. Got him fooled.
Yeah, great strikeout there for Hopper. Lost his rhythm a little bit on his last two batters, but comes back and delivers really nice sequence there. That ball seemed to drop at the last second, and Camacho took a big swing at and missed.
That'll bring the Montoursville, Pennsylvania native Nolan Cutney to the plate. Righty first baseman. Does play the outfield some, but has not this season or with Silver Spring-Takoma. 2 years with this Thunderbolts ball club. Graduated as the #1 second baseman in Pennsylvania in 2025. Or 2024, excuse me. Spent 2025 with UMBC. 0-1. This one saw it backwards as he's rising into his senior year. Academically.
Quite a few strikes in a row now for Hopper, who just needs one more strike to get out of this inning unscathed after he puts 2 runners on.
Attack mode. Feels like has been turned on for Cutney. The 0-2. Saw it off backwards. He stays alive on that slider. That seemed to maybe hang a little bit, but outside the zone.
Yeah. Hopper has to be careful that he doesn't leave that one over the zone, but just far enough outside that it's a tough pitch to make good contact with.
The 0-2. Hopper trying to deliver. Keep them out of this. That one just outside. It's a good fastball, but he knows he missed. Wanted the call, but unfortunately did not get it. So the 1-2 now. Hopper with 2 on, trying to strand them both with a single strike. As this one misses inside, Cutney nearly caught by it. Would have taken it if I was him. However, Cutney not too adamant on doing that. He's been hit 4 times already this season, which it's painful, to say the least.
Yeah, it is, and every ball probably is a little bit of a memory, and the next time you see it kind of flying at you, maybe you hop out of the way just a little bit.
Turns into muscle memory, you could say. 2-2, that one misses outside. The 3 straight balls from Hopper as the Dolphin tries to deal with more and more traffic on the Beltway. For these big train, they've been great. Starters have been great specifically as well. Saw Hoagland just dominate on Monday.
He was a strikeout machine against those Giants.
He's been a strikeout machine since his first start. 3-2, swing and a miss. Down goes Cutney. So 2 strikeouts to finish the inning as he strands 2 runners on first and second. Silver Spring-Takoma will try and defend the big train in the bottom half of the first inning, still drawn at 0. Welcome back to the Big Train Baseball Network. Man on the mound for them will be the likes of Zach Bortner. There in the 49, the left-hander will face a Big Train lineup that's been pretty good.
Well, I do believe his full name is actually Zachary Bortner. I was looking at the roster today. But for the Big Train, our lineup tonight, leading off is number 9, Cal Johnson. After him, Brennan Wright. Emilio Gonzalez follows him. Zach Malvazio, who was the hitter of the week last week. Ryan Foscolo follows him. Logan Panett, Kieran Coleman, the new addition. TJ Gramesty, and Will Hack will close at the bottom of the lineup.
He prefers Zach, just like you, as he had a pretty good year in Frederick last year, rising into his junior year, but a redshirt freshman in eligibility as he did not play a season in 2025. A redshirt sophomore in eligibility. Did not play 2025 due to injury. First pitch missing low to Johnson. He'll bat righty to lead off today, the switch hitter. Only switch hitter in this lineup.
Well, I guess if his full name is Zachary, I guess he's allowed to go by Zach. If he'd like. I guess that's allowed.
Seeing the return of Logan Panett in this lineup, a notable thing from illness. 1-0. This one hitting the air to right. It's going to land in the kid zone as Bortner this season, 15 innings pitched. This will be his 5th start of the year. An 8.4 ERA to that tune with a 2.4 whip. 16 strikeouts, 16 walks, 20 hits. Has not been the best of seasons with an 0-3 record. Big Train will try and make that 0-4. Now the 1-1 to Johnson. This one hit backwards again and quickly into a 1-2 count.
Well, Thunderbolts have stolen a couple games back from Big Train. One game resumed at their house that they were up. Big actually came back and won that, but a doubleheader there, and they win the second game. So Thunderbolts have proven not to always be an easy team to beat for the Big Train this season.
2-2. That one missed low. They have 2 wins, I believe, against... I think they're 3-1 against the Big Train this season. It rings a bell that the first win against them would have been the walk-off, but they have made it difficult, to say the very least. Those games altogether have had way too many runs if you are a baseball purist. 12-11 on the opening day of the season. Had a 27-13 game somewhere in there. As
That's
now
what comes to mind.
32. It's the lowest scoring affair, saw a team win by 9. As that one just outside. Cal Johnson will start it with a walk. Hasn't got a hit in a few days. Hasn't needed a hit. That is his 4th walk in 3 days.
Well, we saw all 4 of these guys starting in the lineup for the Big Train last night in the All-Star game for the Cal Ripken Senior League. None of them had the most incredible of nights. A couple of them, Cal Johnson had a hit or 2, and just kind of there for the moment and enjoying the opportunity.
Yeah, very good for these guys to get that opportunity to just have a fun night against the Valley League, and they had a fun night, I would say. Tried to get a hit all around. They tried to walk Brennan Wright quite a bit, but he would just not have it. He'd get into a 3-0 count, and he'd just keep swinging. As now the 1-0, this one fouled back. Big Train have relied pretty heavily on a 3 lefty or a switch to 2 lefty top of the lineup with Cal Johnson, Brennan Wright, Emilio Gonzalez, and Zach Malvazio being a pretty consistent top 4 now, with pretty much almost always Foscolo trailing Malvazio with his power, 1-1. He's got just as much, just not as much of a contact ability as that's a bunt attempt. Wright pops this one up, but it does get down just in time, and it rolls foul. So a strike on his tally, but won't be anything other than that, as he'll have to walk back to the box and get a shot there. Would have beat that for sure.
Well, yeah, it's a really nice bunt, and it gets down, but it does just have a little too much curl on it and drifts wrong side of the foul line, but a good piece of hitting from Brennan Wright.
We've seen him go for a lot of bunts this season with an 815 OPS, right? Named to that All-Star team, like you mentioned. 311 average to that tune, 463 OBP. Only 3 doubles, but with his 23 hits, he strikes out very limited with 5 on the year. It's been quite dominant at the plate. Does lead the league in grounded to double plays, though. 1-2. That one misses outside. Also leads the league in overall double plays. He's unfortunately been the victim of 3 line-out double plays.
Yeah, that is kind of unheard of. I mean, not a lot of double plays completed from the line-out, but he's just been, I guess, unlucky in his hitting a little bit.
The 2-2 from Zach Bortner. Lefty delivers, and that one's on the ground right side. Pretty good double play ball, but Johnson's too quick, and Prell can't get it out of his glove over there at the second base spot.
Had a chance for both, got neither.
We'll go over their defensive lineup very quickly here with the likes of Pavel, Pagias, and Polizzi making the triple P outfield with Gibbs and Prell, with Camacho Jr., Cutney, and Schmelzer there. Unsure what just happened in the booth. Something fell over for sure. Apologies if that noise picked up. Scared me pretty bad, but Brendan Wright is on with an error as Cal Johnson over to second as well. Just pretty quickly, bad situation for Bortner, similar to what Hopper had, but Hopper did have that opening out against Pagies. Southpaw for Silver Spring-Takoma this season. Been part of a pretty damaged pitching staff at the 7-20 record mark. 12 games back to fortunately the worst team in the league record-wise, as this one is fouled into the bullpen. Quickly 0-1 to Emilio Gonzalez.
Gonzalez still finding his timing on the fastballs a little bit, but has done a good job getting contact in big moments. I wouldn't be surprised for him to find himself on the RBI totals again tonight.
Found his first home run on Friday against the only Crop Dusters. That was to tie the game in the 6th. Zach Malvazio, who was on deck, tailed that with a home run after. That home run was enough to win the game, but saw some pretty good pitching from Bradley Gagan as well. 2-1. Gagan was able to get the win. Lefty delivers, and this one lined into left. It's going to be foul.
Pitcher's definitely respecting the power of Gonzalez. Don't want to leave one over the zone for him. And he reaches at that one in the outstretches of the zone and just hits it foul on the left side.
2-2. Sun kind of peeking out behind the clouds now. For Gonzalez, 2 runners on, nobody out. Bortner delivers, and that one is just outside. Good pitch, but Gonzalez does not swing, and he's got another full count here. It's a full count walk to Johnson, who's on second.
Well, this pitch will matter a lot in this first inning.
This one lined into the center by Gonzalez. Pagia settling under it. Pretty well struck, but it's right to the center fielder, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Makes good contact with that one. Gonzalez, unfortunately, kind of in the perfect spot for the center fielder for the Thunderbolts to make the grab, and in a spot as well that keeps the runners at first and second, so a good defensive stand from the Thunderbolts.
So Zach Malvazio will be the man up next. Leads the league in home runs, was an all-star selection, played in last night's game. Malvazio out of the University of Central Florida, hitting to a tune of over 1,000 OPS, does not strike out too much, 24 hits on the year, is towards the top of the team. I believe it may actually lead the team, if I check that very quickly. He is tied for the team lead with Cal Johnson, and tied for second behind Gonzalez, excuse me. It was 28. 0-1. This a half swing at that one, a high fastball that he wanted. Malvazio not the kind of guy to walk too much. Gets into a lot of 0-2 counts, gets out of those 0-2 counts this season with runners in scoring position. He's at 217 with 4 of his 7 home runs in those spots, 11 RBIs. The 0-2.
Well, he's got a swing.
That one misses high. It's a curveball that Bortner, wanted to give him a difficulty on, but it's not really too competitive of a pitch.
Don't want to show this hitter either. All-star guy and home run leader for the league.
1-2. This one fouled backwards into the parking lot. Stays alive, and Malvazio will have another shot with runners on second and first. Malvazio, Max Preps All-American first team in 25 before his first season at UCF. Pitched mostly for the Knights. He's pitched this season as well, then pretty fair tune there. 1-2. Lefty delivers, and swing and a miss. Malvazio cuts and misses at one at the chin level.
Foul tip into the glove for Malvazio on the strikeout, as he is not successful. We see him strike out a good amount, but that doesn't mean he won't come back and get a good hit
in later in the game.
So Foscolo up now. Left fielder tonight, as the outfielder will try and build on what's been a pretty good season so far. 885 OPS tune, arguably as well, could have contended for that All-Star game. But I think the lack of games as he took a week break, unfortunately.
Foscolo, definitely the hitter of the game on Monday against the Giants, had 4 RBI in that matchup.
They're back to second.
Really crucial piece. The big train, who some of the other bigger bats weren't moving, weren't hitting as much. Cal Johnson, Zach Malvazio weren't quite hitting their caliber, and he stepped up and after people got on base, made the kind of hits that made the difference in the game.
Yeah, in that matchup, 4-1 win at Griswold Automotive. As this one popped up on the infield, it'll get out of play. Land just in front of us. As I was thinking, that one's hanging up in the air a long time. I wonder if it's going to get back to the booth, and it nearly clatters in.
Yeah, I saw that one just flash right in front of my face, but not quite to the booth.
Hoagland in that matchup had 4 innings pitched in the 7-inning contest. 9 strikeouts. Parker relieved 3 innings from him. Big Train only needed 2 runs to win that thing, as this one's grounded up the middle, and Prell will just touch second base. His error does not cost anything, as the Big Train goes 3 up, 3 down after they have 2 runners on base. So no hits for the Big Train as we head to the top of the second. The Thunderbolts get to correct what they made a mistake on in the first, which I guess was only running allowed base runners. Welcome back to the Big Train Baseball Network. I'm Carson Castro, and by Zach Lewis. We're happy to have you back after a one-day break here on Monday, where the Cal Ripken Senior League lost 12-3 in the All-Star game versus the Valley League. Leading off will be Marco Polizzi, and he will face Kyle Hopper, who had 2 strikeouts to end the first inning. Pretty good moniker.
Polizzi has been okay for these Thunderbolts so far. It's a little over 200 average and his 19 at-bats.
0-1. Big wave at that one, quickly into an 0-2 count. Pretty tough start here for Polizzi. He's struck out 9 times in his 21 plate appearances, which is not a great moniker, just above the 333 mark. 0-2, and this one is popped up foul. Women's Professional Baseball League had their logos revealed this morning, and they are pretty cool. Don't know the story behind all of them, but they are all named after women in baseball. 0-2. Hopper's 4th pitch of the at-bat. That one just low in the inside corner. The team are the Boston Hunters, Los Angeles Queens, New York Heights, and the San Francisco Firebells. Boston and New York's jerseys are already all sold out. 1-2. This one hit well into left. Polizzi just destroyed that thing. A solo shot, and the Thunderbolts are on top.
Oh my goodness gracious, that ball was gone off the second it was off the bat. You thought it might have gotten too much up into there. It was up into the air, and it was up in the air and gone over the left side fence. Home run for the Thunderbolts. They lead 1-0.
Hopper's been very good this year, but it's been a difficult spot when it's the long ball. 3 home runs given up this year leads the league out of all pitchers, but only a .188 batting average now. That is the 3rd home run he has given up, and the 1st home run of the Cal Ripken Senior League career for Polizzi. Quickly a 1-0 lead, and the Thunderbolts get a hot start to the 2nd inning.
We talk about Polizzi, who's been struggling from the batter's box just a little bit recently, striking out too much. How good does that one feel as you put someone over the fence?
This one in the air to right. It's foul. From Griffin Pubble's bat. There is two birds fighting.
One of them's definitely a crow.
This one in the air to right. Foul again. Line drive. It goes a robin fighting a crow off. 1-2. Happens a lot. Non-confrontational birds, but they are scavengers, so they will likely found the nest and were driven away. Know too much about birds, know too much about baseball, but hopefully that helps you guys here watching. 1-2 to Griffin Pubble. This one, ground ball up the middle. Going to be a tough play on it for Coleman. Throw to first. Just safe at the bag. Pubble beats it out. It's a great play by Coleman, but unfortunately, Pubble's got some serious wheels on him, something they'll have to look for, but the left fielder will be on for the first time today, and the first man on this 2nd inning for the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, as you mentioned, it is a great play there by Coleman. Pubble does do a really good job getting over to first base quickly, as he knows that one could have been scooped up, and it was, but definitely safe over there at first base.
I'd say first man on, I guess. Polizzi was on, but he was off pretty quickly. Hit a home run, of course. That thing was destroyed. I'd like to know how far that ball went. Actually, Grace is in the upstairs booth tonight, so we could ask her.
Well, Polizzi on only kind of ceremoniously.
Line drive up the middle, and Coleman makes a good play on it. It's an out, loses it on the transfer. But Schmelzer, the catcher, goes down quickly. He gets a makeup play for missing that last one.
Nice out there by Coleman, stayed in front of it well and watched it all the way, not able to get it back quickly enough to first base in order to get Puvel out.
Now first pitch to Prell. He lost it on the transfer there, luckily, so he will maintain. 1-0. This one, a swing and a miss. He's under it.
Prell playing his college ball at Dickinson College D3 school in Virginia.
The Dragons have a lot of members in this league. 1-1. Ready delivers. Hopper misses inside, and it's passed ball. Gramesty can't come up with it, and it's a free pass for Bubble, who would have had a stolen base likely, but he'll lose it because of the passed ball. 3 hits already in the ball game for the Thunderbolts. Hitting around Hopper pretty well. Hopper pretty solid out of the bullpen for the Dolphins his collegiate year. 2-1. This is the most hits he's given up in a single start. A single appearance, actually, excuse me, but I guess also single start counts, but it's all of them. Prell takes a strike. Now the 2-2.
Well, you mentioned the Thunderbolts. The reason that they're not having the season they want to is not really because of their hitting. They've hit well in several of the games. That one is fouled across the left side. They've hit well, especially in games against the big train. That's not been their problem. Their problem has really been from the mound. They've lost a lot of players and have not really been able to come up with the answer to the bats of the Cal Ripken League.
The absolute survival swing there, as this one's a high fastball he gets under. Popped up on the infield, and Coleman at short will have the second out.
Shouldn't swing at that. Unfortunately, Prell does get fooled by the high fastball. He does actually make contact with it, but it's going to end up being popped up. That was right at eye level.
One of the easiest outs that Coleman will probably have this season.
pitch to the leadoff man, Pegues, the all-star, is missed inside.
Pegues grounded out his first time up tonight.
Got official wording on how far that home run by Polizzi went. 405. Good golly. 1-0. 104 miles an hour off the bat. Wow. Okay.
That was, I mean, you see it and I'm like, that's probably the furthest and hardest home run we've seen hit this season. I believe it was, at least in a game against the Big Train.
Absolutely. I think the second longest would have been Malvasio's game winner, 399 into left. Not a walk-off, but a game winner. 1-1. Pegues smashes one into right. It's going to get down. They'll have the likes of Pavel rounding third. Play at the plate is not in time, and Pavel will score. So it's 2-0 now. Good RBI single from Pegues, and quickly things getting a little out of hand as they seem to always have against the Silver Spring-Takoma Thunderbolts for the Big Train.
Yeah, I mean, if you remember the 27-13 game, there were 3 different instances the Big Train came back from different deficits down, and so it's been a series this season between these two teams that has definitely proved to be an exciting one. Thunderbolts doing a good job getting ahead early in this one.
For Pegues, pretty good year already. That's a 17th RBI as he hits the next batter. Nails Colin Gibbs on the first pitch, and it'll be Gabriel Pegues to second quickly. 2 outs in this, but not over yet as Caleb Studerman, another guy you don't want to see with runners on, and we'll look for his 13th and 14th RBI on second and first for him.
Well, and Studerman already hit a single today on a good hopper that gets down in right field, so it's already hot from the batter's box tonight, and you don't want to let any more runs through to keep this game as close as you can for the Big Train.
495 OPS in his first season with the Thunderbolts last year for Studerman. Definitely widely improved at a 1,200 mark. Singled his first time up.
It's definitely nice to see players getting that improvement and really seeming to learn a lot from their summer league time.
Hopper to Studervant, who swings and misses. 1-2, and that's a good off speed. 1-1.
Well, not quite the start that Hopper would have wanted from this game, but he looks to limit the damage here. He just needs one more out to get out of this inning.
This one fouled back towards us, so a 1-2 count it remains, as that's fouled backwards.
Oh,
0-2 count, excuse me.
Cleared the broadcast booth on that one.
Yeah, the last one did not. It did get right below the window where it struck. 0-2 from Hopper. Runner goes at second. Ground ball left side foul, so Pegues will have to return back to second base. Has 15 stolen bases on the year, only caught stealing once. That was by TJ Gramesty behind the dish. Now the 0-2 again. They'll dance once more with 2 runners on again. Hopper in this situation, it feels like, all night. Big swing and a miss, and Studervant goes down. The third strikeout of the game for Hopper as he escapes. 2 runners on. They strand them in the Big Train down 2-0 after the home run and the RBI single. and welcome back to the Big Train Baseball Network. Logan Panette to lead things off here in the bottom of the second, Big Train down 2-0 after a home run from Marco Polizzi, as well as an RBI single from All-Star Gabriel Pegues.
Oh, lightning striking early for these Thunderbolts here as we are clear of storms today, but not from Marco Polizzi, who just got all of that ball, sent it over the fence.
0-1 misses outside to Logan Panette, who's in his second game since returning from a break. Panette, this season, he's had a pretty solid one. Now 17 games. He played on Monday. 918 OPS. Another one of those guys that easily could have been an all-star, but definitely didn't get the moniker due to games played compared to other guys who had similar stats with a few more, as the 2-1 is out with an illness previously and will likely be on the bottom of this, as this one, he is under it, over into right. I was going to say bottom of this lineup for now. He hit very well in the beginning of the season, and he's continued to hit well since. We'll hope he continues to hit well since, as he hits a fly out into right. Karen Coleman, the next man up, the Northeast Mississippi Community College graduate, is in the portal right now.
Coleman had a really nice double the end of the game against Olney on July 3rd. Fastballs and fireworks game there to celebrate America's 250th anniversary.
That one in there. Strike one to Kieran Coleman. Spent a 49-game season with Northeast Mississippi Community College. Had a strikeout rate at just over a solid moniker of 38. He's not ideal, obviously, but he hit a lot. 71 strikeouts, 51 hits in 186 plate appearances. He walked 24 times as well. I mean, he's been good there. Also stole 17 bases without being caught as he's in an 0-2. That one misses high. Makes pretty solid contact and gets a single, or doesn't. Typically strikes out instead of grounding out. He's actually struck out more than he was even out regularly this season. Only 30 outs made, ground out or flyouts. 1-2. This one's sawed off up the middle, and it'll be one of those rare putouts for him as Bortner's able to get it. The southpaw has the second out of the inning as T.J. Gramesty will be up.
Well, you mentioned Coleman coming in for the Big Train. He has replaced Julius Bonaris. And you will say, Bonaris, there's not really any drop-off in the kind of fielding quality we see from Coleman. Bonaris a really good fielder and someone who probably had an all-star selection underneath him for the season he was having. Unfortunately, out due to injury now, but Coleman coming in and doing a really good job being just as effective in that shortstop and second base spot.
Played through injury without even knowing as the first pitch nearly gets Gramesty. Leads the team in hit by pitches with 10. Curious, the record in the league is 29, set by a Big Train member, I believe, in the early 2000s.
It's incredible. I think at that point you're ending the season completely bruised.
Yeah, I mean, you're ending the season with more hit by pitches than guys have walks on your team. Most guys have walks on your team. The 1-0, lefty southpaw Bortner delivers for Silver Spring-Takoma, has been rolling earlier. Gave up the first two batters on base, but has extinguished 5 since. Gramesty will try not to be the fifth retiree in a row, or sixth retiree in a row, excuse me. 1-1, southpaw deals. Bortner misses. Bit low.
Gramesty behind the plate tonight as the catcher, as he was named to the All-Star team, but not as a catcher, actually, as an outfielder. He played there a little more recently after the addition of Jack Gagan. Came in to replace Bud Coombs for the Southern Maryland Senators.
2-1 to Gramesty. Is a big swing and a miss on an overhanging breaking ball. It's a good pitch for the likes of Bortner this season. We've seen pretty good year. Has kind of struggled with the walks. 2-2. Yet to administer more than one tonight, though. Ground ball left side, collected by Camacho Jr. Throw to first is in time, and that'll be the third out. 3 up, 3 down. Bortner, a pretty efficient inning. We'll be right back on the Big Train Baseball Network as the Thunderbolts lead 2-0. Welcome back to the Big Train Baseball Network. I'm Carson Cass, joined by my friend here, Zach Lewis. Back to the top half of the third inning. Thunderbolts on top 2-0 was a pretty good second for them. And they've done pretty spectacular all around, as this one's sawed off foul.
Well, we're used to seeing the Thunderbolts do all right from the hitting side of things, and they did well in that today, but I think their defensive stand in that last second inning was really something to watch for tonight, as they are looking to get themselves out of this bottom of the league.
Hitless through two, as Silver Spring-Takoma took a 2-0 lead, obviously, in the top of the second through the likes of a home run by Marco Polizzi, his first of the year. So some timely hitting from guys who haven't got it going just yet. That one was coming right at us and just barely clipped the top of the net. That was one of the ones where if it got over, it was surely going to be directly into the booth, right in the perfect window. But ground ball left side, Camacho, a screamer. It gets just foul before the base. So quickly into an 0-2 count, as that scared me really bad.
Well, I had looked away. I lost the pitch a little bit. Just kind of was like, oh, it's foul. And I see you kind of jump back and wondered what happened. I guess it was trajectory was for our window, but lucky to have the fence in the way.
0-2, Camacho Jr. Lines one into left field, into the gap. Going to be a tough play for Hack, but he will get there for the first out of the inning. Now 0-2 for Camacho Jr. And bring up Nolan Cutney, but good pitch by Hopper in the low part of the zone.
Yeah, forcing difficult contact there with that pitch. Hopper able to retire Camacho for the second time tonight. Brings up Cutney, who he has also struck out tonight.
First pitch misses to Cutney. They struck out back-to-back times, doing the first and strand two runners. Two runners were also stranded last time as the 1-0. This one hitting it well into left. Back at the wall. He'll have to watch it go. Another home run for Silver Spring-Takoma, and it's 2-0. Turned to 3-0 courtesy of Cutney.
Well, it's an early home run derby here for the Thunderbolts. They have figured out Hopper here today, and two kind of unlikely candidates to be hitting home runs for the Thunderbolts, but they don't care. They're happy. They're up 3-0.
For Cutney, that is now his first home run of the year, 15th RBI, and it'll bring up the guy who actually just homered as well in the second to lead things off. It was Marco Polizzi. Another destruction of a ball into left. And Polizzi will try and do the same as the first pitch misses. Hopper surely to now try and fire something back in here, as a man now warming in the Bethesda bullpen. First one misses, second does the same. A quick 2-0 hitters count to Polizzi, who already took a pitch deep.
Well, you think that Polizzi home run is maybe a bit of a, not fluke, but a missed pitch by Hopper, and so you leave him in here, you show your confidence in your guy, and Thunderbolt's able to pull out another home run in this top of the third.
2-1, fouled it over the netting. And a good start here for Silver Spring-Takoma, now up 3-0 after that home run. 2-1, that one just in there. It's a good breaking ball. Maybe a changeup, excuse me. Now the fourth home run given up by Hopper this season, and despite what's been a good year, he actually leads the league in home runs given. 2-2 is just missed inside. We'll go full count. Hopper upset, felt that was in the same spot. That one fouled back, a survival swing, as Hopper now the sixth pitch in the at-bat. Polizzi, 10 games on the year now, as this one is ground ball right side, kind of caught weirdly by the lip. Gonzalez will beat him at first. Made a sliding play to touch the bag, and that's the second out of the inning.
Great hustle from Gonzalez there in order to guarantee that he gets that out at first base. Important stuff, and good defensive stand here. Big Train once again trying to stop bleeding at the top of the third.
An open wound. It's felt like every time the pitching staff has played Silver Spring-Takoma, they just, for whatever reason, have the numbers of the Big Train. As a first swing and miss by Griffin Povell. He trailed Marco Polizzi's second inning home run with a single of his own, and eventually scored on a Gabriel Pagis single. 0-1. That one lined into center field. Will Hack going to come in on it, and that will be the inning, at least the top of the frame, excuse me, as we'll head to the bottom of this very inning. In the third, Big Train give up another run on a solo shot. We'll be right back on the Big Train Baseball Network. Hello and welcome back to the Big Train Baseball Network. Will Hack up again. Has been a bit of a rough season here as he started things off with some difficulties. Tailing by pretty hot start then after that, and couldn't put it together following that. Hack trying to break that cold streak as of late as the first pitch misses from Zach Bortner. Left-hander is yet to give up a hit in this ball game.
Bortner has been really good. Has pitched to contact a couple times, but nothing successful so far for the Big Train, and mostly gotten soft contact out so far.
Yeah, Hack this season has had pretty mainstay look in center field. A 713 OPS is lower than where it was nearly at 800. It's hit pretty well in the start of the season with runners in scoring position. Did not do so well as of late in those spots. He's got 17 RBIs on the year, leads the league in sacrifice flies. 2-1. At one point had the team lead at RBIs with 14.
Yeah, had been kind of RBI guy for this Big Train. Obviously was in later parts of the lineup, so that helped, but hasn't found a hit in quite a couple games.
So the 3-1 from Bortner. Misses out, just in there. Felt like it was in the other's batter's box for Hack, who's wondering where that caught the zone and whether it was the low portion or the outside portion as well. So 3-2. Hack now at a full count. Bortner delivers. Hack a swing and a miss, and he goes down on strikes. Waves at that one, and unfortunate there.
Well, it is an unfortunate strikeout from Hack, who really didn't think that the pitch before full had gotten anywhere near the zone, and gets called back from the walk, and unfortunately takes away with the next one and misses it.
Cal Johnson now up. A bat righty again for the switch hitting, power hitting all-star. Had a walk-off home run on Father's Day. Marks one of his 5 tally. 22 RBIs on the season as well. That one missing inside to him. Now a 1-1 count. Bortner walked him his first time up.
Cal Johnson, a guy for the big train that shows up in a lot of big moments here.
That one missed outside. So coming off of 2-game losing streak, Silver Spring-Takoma is against Gaithersburg and Metro South County. Their last win came against Olney, and they are kind of struggling in that aspect of things. Wins have been hard to come by. Is that one just in there? 2-2. Dugout cannot believe it. Had a bit of a rough stretch as well prior to those 2 losses before the Gaithersburg win. They won against DC, which broke a 4-game losing streak. 2-2 just hasn't been great for them as they've struggled. But a lot of walk-off wins as that one misses, and a full count now to Cal Johnson. Walked in a very full count in the first inning. So 3-2. Left-handed Bortner hitless so far. Has got a second strikeout last at-bat. Missing inside, and he's given the second walk to Johnson. Patience paying off for the Terrapin commit.
Johnson knows that not every pitcher is willing to throw it too near the zone, as he's a guy that scouting report will be out on for the home run ball, so has learned his patience in his last couple games. Hasn't got as many hits, but has been good about getting himself over to first base via the walk.
This fixture today has been well awaited, I think, for these big train who are trying to just keep the win streak going, but they're hitless so far. The colder bats have continued as the runner goes. Cal Johnson is safe at second. He steals another bag this season. 7 for him total, as first pitch was a miss to Brennan Wright. Johnson committed to Maryland, like we mentioned earlier. He played his last year at College of Central Florida in the spring. Got himself to a cool, almost 900 OPS there. 1-0. Lefty Bortner delivers, and Brennan Wright gets a hold of this thing into the right center gap. After it is Polizzi, and he gets it right on the track. Johnson will tag from second. That one a few feet from leaving the ballpark.
Well, I thought Johnson might even think about rounding third and going for home on that with the kind of speed he has on the bags. Does stay over at third base, but a good play on it back by the right fielder for the Thunderbolts there on a pretty big hit from Brennan Wright, but it doesn't quite get out of this ballpark or into the fence.
Emilio Gonzalez now to the plate. Runner in scoring position. He's hitting .333 with 16 runs brought in these situations. So it's 3 doubles. So he's at 4 doubles outside of runners in scoring position spots as the first pitch is in there. Bortner had a pretty good at-bat against him earlier. Gonzalez did end up lining out right to center. Good contact. 0-1 with a runner on third. This one hit well into center. Kind of just under it, excuse me, as it drifts in towards the infield. No runs on no hits. Cal Johnson moved over to third, but couldn't get anything off of that. Big Train lead another runner stranded, remain hitless on the Big Train Baseball Network, down 3-0. So it's a debut here. Landry Winter on for his first time for the East Central Community College Mississippi side this season. He's making his summer ball debut, but he has got some serious stuff as he pitched very well for a JUCO World Series team.
Yeah, he did. He played in 16 games, 8 of those being starts, 40.2 innings pitched, an ERA of 7.3, whip of 1.80, and 35 strikeouts there for East Central Community College. He is in the portal right now looking for a new place to play, but had a very good season in community college last year.
So Kyle Hopper leaves the ball game. Total tally, he's given up 3 earned runs, 5 hits, only 1 walk, as well as earning himself 3 strikeouts on the day. 5 hits through 3 innings pitched, as the first pitch missed from Hopper. Mentioned his pitch mix, I think a little bit earlier, but a 90-93 fastball that touches 94. Had a pretty good year at a 7.3 ERA, though, with a 1.8 whip, which kind of tells you it wasn't as bad as maybe his ERA showed. They, at East Central Community College, East Central College, lost the JUCO D2 World Series to a player who's no longer with us on the roster, as he's sent off. As this one well into right field, it's going to get down foul. Sent off. He's just not on the team for now. He's wrapped his summer up as he hit his innings limit. But it's Tyrese Johnson, who committed to UT Martin, Tennessee, played at Pearl River Community College, who beat Landry Winter's portal side of East Central Community College, and now in the portal,
Kind of fun we had both sides represented here of that matchup on the Big Train team.
2-2 misses low. They did not find any runs in that game. Winters did not pitch at all in the World Series. 3-2 now to Kai Schmelzer, and he misses high. Did have a walk issue as well, but that one's just going to miss away. So difficult again there.
Don't really want to give up a leadoff walk there for Winter in your first appearance for the Big Train, but that one just gets away from a little bit on a full count. And well, his nerves settled maybe a little more here, deliver a better bat face-off.
First pitch missing to Aiden Prell. Left-handed batter popped out his last time up. 1-0. Hard line drive foul. ECC was 48-15. Winters pitched to an 8-4 record.
Well, this bottom of the Thunderbolts, bottom and middle of their batting order, showing they're not to be written off in this league. Cutney and Polizzi already having a home run and a single from Pavel.
Yeah, Landry Winter on that team. He had appearance most recently on February 2nd in a loss. He pitched 1.1 inning in relief, did not give up a run. Also, most recent start for them was against Wallace State Hanseville, actually, as that's a 1-2 count. He saw 4 innings, 4 hits given up, 8 runs, but 4 earned. Did not strike anybody out in that appearance. It's been a difficult tail end of the season that started off well for him. 40 innings pitched there as well, so he's pretty experienced. 1-2 with a runner on first. Lined up the middle, well hit, and Prell, a well-struck ball to get the runner over for potentially third. Kind of a tough guy to run on. Hacks play over to third. He's safe. Just in there. And Prell's single moves Schmelzer into the corner.
The throw there off the hit from Prell, not quite in time over to third base. Panette not able to get the out there, and now runners on the corners for the Thunderbolts. As we said, the bottom of this lineup continues to heat up.
Gabriel Pegues, the all-star now with 2 runners on. Good spot for him to be in. Pegues, the lone position player all-star representative of this squad. The other one, Christian Dre, who struck out 2 in 1.1 innings pitched. Yesterday's all-star game, not tomorrow. 0-1 count. as that first pitch is in there from Winter.
Big East responsible for the one RBI that's not contributed to a home run today.
Maybe a few more. Ground ball play over to right. It's the second for one, but Coleman will hold on, and it's a fielder's choice that he is then more responsible for now more than one. As you were saying, he's now responsible for both non-home run RBIs, and it'll be a 4-0 Thunderbolts lead as the first out is collected.
Not really an answer for the bats. Kyle Hopper struggling a little bit in his appearance starting, and Winter coming in and not having quite a start to his big train career you'd want to see.
Be Colin Gibbs. He's yet to record an at-bat. First pitch from Winter misses low. Gibbs 2 free passes, 1 by the hit by pitch, 1 by the walk in the first. 308 average this season. Gibbs is an 865 OPS. Came a little bit late. Made his debut against the Big Train as the 1-0 has the runner going, and he is out. Overslid the bag, and Gibbs will have to watch his teammate go down for out number 2 on an attempted stolen base attempt, and Pegues now 2 times caught stealing this year, both by TJ Gramesty.
Well, and Gramsci is the guy to do it. He is so crafty and has a really great arm behind the dish as well, with a really in-time throw over there to second, doing the job on Pegues, who now has to head back to the dugout.
Studervant on deck for Gibbs as that one misses outside. 3-0 count quickly as Winter very fortunate to have his catcher get an extra out there. Winter, we'll see how long he goes. Given the fact that there was a hacky sack game going in the bullpen, I would have to guess pretty long. 3-0, big wave, and it's a good breaking ball. Winter, the placement's kind of always been the issue for him. But his stuff has gotten hit pretty well. His fastball does not move all that much. If a guy can time it, means he can drive it. 3-1. Sawed off backwards as Gibbs can't hang on.
Good job by Winter there to fight back into the full count now here for Studervant, who's looking to extend the inning further for the Thunderbolts, and Winter looking to stuff it out.
Three-two count, full, and that one misses. It'll bounce off the chest of Colin Gibbs, who will walk a 3rd time tonight.
Gibbs' 3rd walk of the night, and like you mentioned, a little bit of problem with the placement there, as that one is into the dirt on a full count for Winter.
So an 0-1 count, he turns the other way. 3-0 count, he turns the other way to walk after he gets back into it with a full. First pitch to Studervant, and he hits this high and deep to right, but very foul. So 0-1. An 0-1 count, obviously runner on first. Roddy delivers, and Winter is just misses a bit low. Big wave, had a fastball, and quickly 1-2. Studervant, man on first, but that's not anywhere near his bat.
Well, and getting ahead in a count will maybe allow you a little bit of relaxation, as every placement doesn't have to be quite as perfect. If you're already ahead, you can afford to maybe miss 1 or 2, and maybe that kind of can calm your mind a little and deliver a good pitch.
1-2, it's a great pitch. Slider gets him going, and Studervant strikes out again. Big Train concede one more run on another Gabriel Pegues great day. He gives another RBI to this side of Silver Spring-Takoma. 4-0 lead for the Thunderbolts as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Zach Movazio to lead things off here for the Big Train. Struck out his last time up, but has not had a season he's been hoping for if he was hoping to be bad. Zach Movazio, an all-star, obviously, and 7 home runs this season. He's been very good. He has been exceptional, actually. University of Central Florida product. Less games than any other of his teammates on his belt at that all-star level moniker, but he has had a great year. Top of the 4th, Big Train give up another run. He'll be trying to cave into a 4-0 lead. Bortner on for the 4th inning, has yet to concede a hit, only a runner on 2 walks and an error. That one misses outside, a hitter's count to the wrong kind of guy you want to give that count to.
Yeah, and I'll be looking forward to seeing Malvasio play some more Big 12 baseball next year.
You excited to see him go against your own Cougar? Well, I guess probably not too excited.
You know. Cougars doing better last season.
3-0. I think their best finish in a few years.
Yeah.
In the Big 12. Foul backwards. Helps that the Texas Tech baseball group did not do as well as their football counterparts.
It's true.
Hence being almost undefeated in the football category in the Big 12. 3-1. Malvasio now. He will swing and miss at a great breaking ball. Bortner has got a lot of batters with that, but has used it sparingly.
Thanks for bringing up Texas Tech and the only team that BYU lost to in football this season.
Yep. Very good year for BYU. Pop-Tart Bowl, good consolation prize. Malvasio fouls one off. That was definitely outside the zone. Reached for one a bit. I mean, Cougars were very good. I think just we're never really going to be good enough that year because the team is so young. They kept a lot of their players. I think this year will be better for them.
Probably have the best
Quarterback, 3-2.
quarterback
for sure.
and running back.
He is both. But also the running back is really good, as that one will get down foul.
L.J. Martin named to the
You have to run
All Big 12
the
team.
Wildcat offense, but your quarterback is going to be the Wildcat. So I guess it's the designed run. I don't really know. You could run a 3-quarterback offense, three-option offense with their running back and wide receiver pairing. 3-2. Ground ball to left side. Camacho will have to come in on it. Throw to first. Cutney has to reach high, but he's got it. As Malvasio is another batter retired. Hitless.
Been great defense. The last comment I'll make on football before we make sure we get back to Bethesda Big Train baseball. It's pretty exciting when you see your quarterback put 2 hands on the football and run over a linebacker.
Yeah,
I mean,
he also wears 47. I mean, that's awesome.
it's awesome.
Do you have a jersey?
I don't have a jersey.
Are you going to get a jersey?
I should get a jersey.
Okay. Maybe we should get the Pop-Tart Bowl badge. Anyway, back to baseball. It's the likes of Ryan Foscolo, who hits one on the line. Ground ball. It bounces off of the base. It's a weird one. Won't be extra bases. It surely would have had it not bounced. So an unlucky and a lucky bounce, you might call it. Might have had a play. Camacho would not have had a play at all. And if that had gone past the base, it surely may have been a triple for Foscolo, as Povelin left is a bit slower than most left fielders.
Base kind of acting like a ramp there. It pops it up, but not in the direction of Camacho, so instead it gets down into left field on a single for Ryan Foscolo.
Logan Panette still seeking his first hit since returning, as he will have a chance here with runner on first. First pitch is sawed foul into the kid zone. Just narrowly misses the connect 4 board game.
Some great play-by-play commentary.
I mean, it's where it was. 0-1 to Panette. He's committed to George Mason after 2 seasons at other schools. 0-1. Half swing. Called strike anyway.
Played last season as a Gaston College Rhino.
That he was pretty destructive as a Rhino is. 1.339 OPS is amazing. Slugged 15 homers in just 58 games. Pretty far into the playoffs for Gaston. 0-2. That one misses outside. 17 strikeouts and 86 hits tells you just what you need to know. He had more extra base hits in both the double, almost as many extra base hits in the doubles and home runs category with 15 each, than he did strikeouts with 17.
Yeah, it's incredible, and Unfortunate to lose him for a couple of weeks here for the big train as he was dealing with some illness, but really glad to have him back in the lineup.
Yeah, also forgot to mention Foscolo. That was the first hit of the game. It's the fourth inning, and it's important. It's a no-hitter, I guess, for Bortner. It's easily been his best start of the year.
Yeah,
Broken.
it's been a great start for him, and his defense has backed him up really well. That pitch misses inside, puts it at 2-2.
Yeah, just inside. It's a hard fastball. Looks like it was about the fastest he's thrown. Definitely picked up a few ticks, but could not get it to bite. Now 2-2 again at the even count with a runner on first. Bortner trying to keep traffic light. 2-2 sawed off. It'll be a survival swing for Panette, but not much else as he'll have a second chance here at the twos. Spent his first season of college ball, not at Gaston actually. He was at Charlotte where he redshirted. 2-2. Redshirt sophomore. Ground ball again fouled towards the big train dugout as Panette keeps himself around.
Panette would love to get himself back into the hitters category tonight, especially with a runner on bases already for Scolo. They're on first.
2-2. Bortner delivering now with the Thunderbolts 4-0 lead as he misses high. A full count again. And southpaw for the Thunderbolts has just been fantastic tonight. Don't want to see him lose it here in the fourth. If you are the Thunderbolts, you know this big train squad has had a tendency to come back down a lot of runs. Already coming back. It's a 5-run lead in the opener of the year. 3-2. Big hack from Panette. Just fouled backwards, and it'll dance again on the full count as now a solid 8th pitch of the at-bat coming. Excuse me, 9th. Full count again. Bortner dancing with Panette. Missed inside, and he works a walk. How about that for the George Mason commit?
Good patience at the plate, and a walk forces a runner into scoring position for the big train. Foscolo now over at second base. Big moment here for the hitters as they look to do better with runners on and runners in scoring position here in the fourth inning.
Foscolo, now the third man in scoring position for the big train tonight. Be Kieran Coleman, who his first hit of the year was against Olney. On Friday, as he lays down a bunt, it's a sacrifice bunt, but can he beat it and turn it into a hit? Yes, he can. A fantastic small ball effort. And Coleman is on at first. Bases are loaded. They have got Bortner surrounded.
That's really, really good from Coleman there. He bunt that just takes all the speed off of the ball and just sits right in front of the plate, and he uses his speed to get over to first. We now have a visit to the mound from the coach of the Thunderbolts.
They'll discuss some sort of strategy here. I'm assuming they'll probably play corners in with a double play ball potential to get out of this without any scathing. You'll see what can happen. All infield in would be pretty strange with a 4-run lead, but tying run now to the plate is TJ Gramesty, down 4-0 with a home run now being of the grand variety.
TJ Gramesty had himself a couple of good nights, one of them being away at the Alexandria Aces, was the player of the game there as he brought in some of the scoring runs to help the comeback win against the Aces there.
So only one out for Gramesty. Has the shot to try and break this one wide open. Or bring it back, rather. It's a curveball. It's got a lot of swings and misses, but he won't bite yet. Plays off for ball one. In the bottom of the fourth inning, big train, only 2 hits. Was the kind of circus off the bag from Foscolo was the first hit, followed by Kieran Coleman. Bunt was the second. 1-0.
In between those two, Logan Panette walked, so he's on second.
The 1-1. Lefty delivers, and that one's outside. Good swashbuckling save to his right. Schmelzer, the Florida Gulf Coast commit freshman, is able to keep his pitcher in this one. Good play.
Yeah, nice job getting himself low into the ground to keep that ball from getting past and any run scoring for the Big Train.
3 runners stranded already today for Bethesda. Has not had a lot on the base paths. 2-1s lined in the left. There's the third hit of the ball game. 1 runner will come home. Another from second will trail, and play at the plate is not in time. Big Train cut the 4-run lead in half. It is 4-2. Thunderbolts crawling towards the back end of this game. They tend to really get cardiac, don't they?
Well, these games have been exciting so far, and they don't seem to be stopping anytime soon. A great 2-run single with 1 out by TJ Gramesty. Exactly what the Big Train need. They did a great job just being scrappy with their hits to get on bases, and a walk from Logan Panett, and now the lead is half for the Thunderbolts. 2 runs scored for the Big Train.
Struggling Will Hack, corner still in as that one is missed. Not sure why you'd run corners in here, to be honest. The whole point of it is kind of get that play at the plate. It's to avoid what might be a bunt, I believe. But you do at least now kind of give a good shot to Will Hack, who has a pretty wide open gap in left. He's a pull hitter. 1-0. That one misses low.
And Hack might have been a little bit cold recently, but he definitely has RBI prowess. He gets up to the bat with guys on and does a really good job.
He's got 17 on the year. It was Panett and Foscolo scoring, by the way. Coleman to second. Gramesty now on first. 2-0. Hitters count for Hack, the center fielder, as Bortner tries to salvage this inning. That one is in there for a strike. 2-1 count quickly, and well done. As that pitch kind of brings him back into the at-bat, he gives him a competitive outside fastball, but you don't want to give him one over the heart of the plate, which sometimes just happens, and that's when you lose games. Tying run on first, leading run would be Hack. 2-1, runner goes from second. Coleman is beat by a mile, but yeah, he did get the tag down. Thought he may have not done it, but Camacho gets the second out on a good tag. It was kind of a poor jump from Coleman, and he is punished for it.
Yeah, and catcher Schmeitzer for the Thunderbolts sees that one a long way off and is able to deliver. Throw kind of to the perfect area in order to get that tag down quick enough on Coleman, who is now extinguished back to the dugout.
Talk about action pitches. 2-1, not really one of them, but wanted to catch him off guard. They signaled the steal, and he went 3-1. Lefty delivers, and that one misses. So a walk that Coleman is surely grimacing a little bit at now, as he would have been on third with 1 out as the RBI threat Cal Johnson comes on.
Well, maybe a moment for Coleman there to be a little bit more patient on the bags and see where that at-bat gets you. And now a moment here for one of the biggest hitters for the Big Train. Number 9, Cal Johnson, shortstop, steps up.
Johnson is mashed this season. Will try and get the tying runner, who is now on first again, as this one is hit well into left. It's going to be into the gap. It does get down. 1 runner will score in the form of Gramesty, but everybody else will put the brakes on. So the lead cut now to 1 4-3. Bethesda crawling back as the Thunderbolts have given up almost 75% of that lead now.
Let's go. Excuse me. Johnson wasting no time getting himself on the RBI totals tonight. As see another mound visit for Bortner. We'll see if he stays in this game. We're probably not.
He will be pulled. They follow the MLB rules here as well, where one mound visit means you don't have to the second you do. So we'll be right back on the Big Train Baseball Network. 3 runs on 3 hits to try and find their way through this thing, and they'll have a new man to try and get the last out as the Big Train rally.
So Josh Erd out of East Stroudsburg University will have the mound, and with a pretty depleted bullpen, did not get the rest they all needed yesterday. Erd will try and stretch it as long as he can. He's had one heck of a season because he's used to hit for 3 years. This is his 4th year on this team for the Thunderbolts. He pitches now. It's just a swap he made randomly after actually hitting in the spring of this year. He's got a good mustache, too.
Well, yeah, and I think probably part of that swap came from a Thunderbolts side that has been a little depleted in the hitting from the pitching category, as they've lost a couple of guys as well. So a guy who cares about the team and is willing to do what it takes and what he can contribute to this team. So that's pitching right now.
Pretty good mustache.
Good mustache.
Good mustache. 1-1. Big swing and a miss by Brennan Wright. Erd's job, he knows, is to just hit the zone and let his fielders work. Double play depth for the first pitch there. I think they've since realized that is not the situation as the Thunderbolts second baseman is returned back. Prell to his regular spot. 1-2. That one in there. It's a great 4-pitch mix from Prell. It's a breaking ball and 3 fastballs. Those are the ones that catch the zone, and 2 runners are stranded. Big Train cut this lead, though. With 4 hits, they get 3 runs, and it's 4-3 Thunderbolts. They get a chance to add on.
Welcome back to the Bethesda Big Train Network. We are here in the top of the 5th inning. Last inning, the Bethesda Big Train bats making their start at a comeback. RBIs from TJ Gramesty and Cal Johnson, bringing this one to a deficit of only 1 for the Big Train. Score is now 4-3 to the Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts looking to add on, but Landry Winter, the pitcher, still on the mound for the Big Train, looking to stop that from their side of things with the defense as well. Leading off this inning for the Thunderbolts will be number 5, Sam Camacho Jr., third baseman tonight for the Thunderbolts. Waiting a second for TJ Gramesty to be ready behind the dish. He goes and grabs a new towel. Make sure that he is all set to go. Camacho Jr. has a strikeout and a pop-out so far in tonight's game. He will be looking to stop his slide.
Big swing and a miss. Camacho Jr. trying to right the ship. Play tugboat to the season. Sub 600 OPS. 2 strikeouts you mentioned already today. Landry Winter trying to find a good one here as it's a ground ball left side. Coleman makes a read on it. Throw to first. Good play. First out of the inning.
It's a good out there from the Big Train defense, and Landry Winter trying to do more of pitching to soft contact and keep these Thunderbolts at bay for a little longer and allow the bats of the big train to catch up.
We just need to get through this one if the rate remains the same. 3 runs in the bottom, of the 4th. Top 5 now, and it's Nolan Cutney. He went deep his last time up. Wasn't hit as hard as the first one from Polizzi, but 2 home runs has gotten part of this 4-3 lead. Both solo shots as he waves at a fastball. Sun just peeking over the right field forest now. 1-1. Thinks about a bunt. He tries to get it down, but it just gets under his bat. Cutney now under it. It's got a good power surge tonight. I feel like you got to just keep swinging.
Well, it's interesting tonight. The batting for the Thunderbolts is pretty scattered throughout the lineup. Pegues hitting well in the start of the lineup as that one misses pretty far outside. Pegues hitting well in the starting of the lineup, but also in the middle, and Perel has a single in the bottom, and Cutney and Polizzi have home runs right there in the 5 and 6 spot.
2-2. Winter misses, trying to keep him cold. 3-2. Full count. Seen it a few times for some of these pitchers. Been a little less efficient. Winter has been pretty efficient, but not the results he's wanted. Give up a single run last inning to Pegues. 3-2. That one misses high, and the walk continues to bug him. He's not too used to it in the winter. Sorry, I had to go for that again. It wasn't even funny. Pitch misses. It's a high fastball. It's kind of where that one's missed. Does not really miss anywhere else with that fastball. Throwing it where you can't get it. If you're going to miss, don't miss in a hittable part of the zone. And you know what? That he did. Close pitches are nice, but just can't give up something bad there.
That pitch is just lacking a little bit of downward vertical momentum there.
Half swing by Polizzi. It breaks his bat. Does cause a ground ball, and Winter's shoe fell off. He lost his spikes, has to put it back on really quickly, and he does get it out as the half swing shatters the bat. Didn't even mean to fully go for it. It was a fastball, kind of had his chin, but he wanted it. Half swinging a home run earlier, and Gonzalez got it. So
a little bit there of a comedy of errors where broken bat and a missed shoe, but ends up a pretty routine play with ground ball getting tossed over to first base to actually, I believe Gonzalez collected and ran over to the base himself.
Not too often you see that kind of tomfoolery that results in nothing actually going wrong in the play, but Winter's shoe did fall off. I mean, Winters is better spot now with that out as well. Runner at second, but he's just got to get rid of Pavel. He's 1 for 2. First pitch missed to the left fielder. Getting a lot done with that fastball. Will likely lean on it here, but it's been hit pretty hard as well. 1-0. Ground ball left side. Going to get right into that gap. Coleman has to range very far. He'll just eat it. Right play, right decision there from Coleman. Keeps it on the infield, but is a hit. And a single moves the runner over to the corner as Cutney is in scoring position. Plus, really, an even better spot.
Well, veteran stuff from Coleman to hold back his throw there for a moment, knowing that Big Train just need one more out in order to escape this one safely and not to waste a pitch on or on a throw on what could result in an error and another run scored for the Thunderbolts.
Winter not trying to leave any more on the board for them, as trying to just leave them on base. Not too many strikeouts last season. 35 in 40 innings pitched, so sub-9 rate. Over 9 is pretty good. 1-0, about 9 is above average, but he sits at just that average mark. 2-0 misses and a 2-0 hitters count. To Kai Schmelzer. Walked and lined one out over to short. Pretty well hit, but Coleman was just right there. Rising freshman going into Florida Gulf Coast State, 2-0. That one missing, and quickly, Winter threatening to load the bases.
Needs to use his control a little bit more to find pitches on the corners of the zone here. Obviously doesn't want to give up contact, but needs to find some strikes here.
That one misses, and the stolen base won't matter on the payoff pitch. Kind of payoff. 3-0 an action count. You got to run on it, and he does. So gets over to second. Bases are loaded, and it'll be Lopez to talk to Winter. What do you say to a guy like Landry Winter, who's so good? He's got a fastball that can touch 96, but he's just struggling in the zone, and he's had some stuff get hit a little bit already.
Yeah, I think you remind a guy of his prowess. I mean, you remind him that he's a good pitcher, and, you know, obviously he's in a new environment tonight. This is his first game with the big train, and maybe just feeling the feelings a little differently than he's used to. Obviously, rhythm and comfortability is a lot to do with the pitcher's game in this game of baseball. And so reminded him that it's fine. Just play your game. Play it's like normal. Play it. Throw pitches like it's college. Just think of it like college and just go out there with that mentality.
So they'll have a brief mound visit, obviously, and Lopez will take a brief second, maybe just even check the lip, pat it down for an extra few seconds for Winter to regain his composure. Nobody up in the pen in Bethesda's side just yet. They're hoping for Winter to go 3. Excuse me, 1 just started warming, I believe, unless that was a tennis ball. There's a tennis court behind the bullpen that sometimes does cause me to think that there is a ball going as they pick off back to second. There is a man warming, so it'll likely be Winter's last appearance. Inning, excuse me.
Winters trying to get out of bases loaded jam here.
Big swing and a miss for the first pitch to Prell. He's 1 for 2 on the night. Ended up being the runner that was caught in a fielder's choice by Gabriel Pegues, who scored a run earlier in the last inning. Trying to keep the scoring streak through the innings going. 0-1, Winter. That one missing low. It's an off speed.
Thunderbolts have scored 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and 1 in the fourth.
Takes a quick moment to get the rosin bag as the umpire saw it ricochet off of Gramesty. So he'll get a quick second as the make sure the plate is clear. 1-1. Winter with bases loaded. Hit well into left field. Hack's going to have to make a great play on that one. He runs at the wall. He dives. Gets down. Not quite the web gem they were hoping. 1 runner will score. A second and a third as well. As Cutney, Povil, and Schmelzer all reach home on a great Prell double. 6-3, 7-3 the lead now.
I mean, if there's a ball that stays in the park that does the most damage to the big train, that's exactly the ball that it is. That ball carries right and lands right at the scoreboard, right in between the two fielders, neither of them able to make a play on it. Hack does dive at it but misses, brings all 3 of the runners home for Prell, and he's standing on second safe.
Yeah, no chance that any of those runners. Will Hack gave it everything he had in and out of the glove. It was just past him and kind of tipped off the top of the glove. 1-0 count to the next man up, the leadoff hitter, Gabriel Pegues tonight. He's got a runner on second, still in scoring position. They got 2 outs, and they could not convert. Damage continuing to rise as the second pitch bounced into the dugout of the big train. That's Aiden Prell's 8th, 9th, and 10th RBI of the season on that double. Pegues already 2 RBIs in this thing on his last 2 plate appearances as he saws one off again, foul.
Well, we're looking like we might be in store for another large scoring game here against the Thunderbolts. Pretty common against this opponent from Silver Spring-Takoma.
Pegues now 18 RBIs on the year. He's at an OPS just under 900. 1-2 and a big wave at that one. It's a drop third. Says he gave up. As actually, no, Gramsci did tag him. So Two hits, no errors. Big Train give up 2 walks and 3 runs on the great double from Prell. Not great for Pegues as he strikes out, but a 7-3 lead nonetheless for the Thunderbolts on the Big Train Baseball Network as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Gonzalez up to the plate now. Big Train 3 runs in the bottom of the 4th. That progress to the lead has been erased. 3 from the top as Erd, who has not had a good season so far against the Big Train, will come up. Didn't really play last year at East Stroudsburg as he switched to being a pitcher. Last year for the Thunderbolts, he actually had a 600 OPS hitting. And in his Thunderbolts career, he has played 3 seasons at the outfield spot, now pitching as the 1-0, now misses 2-0. Erd, difficult season so far out of East Stroudsburg with a 18 ERA. He did do pretty well to strike out Brennan Wright, but the year so far has not been ideal as Gonzalez ropes a fastball on the ground into right for a single.
Oh, I think Big Train maybe sensing an opportunity to make up for their deficit with Erd on the mound, and Gonzalez does exactly that with that hit. Very typical single for him, and a good hit to take him over to first base.
So Zachary Malvazio up now, all-star leading the league in home runs. Has watched 2 go by, not off his bat. Was the first out in the 4th inning, and trying to avoid the same fate in the 5th, but he will end up being it as Erd flicks it over on the comebacker on the first pitch. So 1-3 ground out quickly. Gonzalez moves to second, but it is the first out of the inning.
Malvazio in a bit of maybe a 2-game slump here. Obviously 2 games is not much of a slump.
So Erd this season has given up 8 runs against the Big Train, all earned. He's given up 9 runs that were not this season by the Big Train. So they feel like they can definitely strike here, and Erd's going to try and get through as much as he can. 9 appearances, only 8.1 innings pitched, as this is his 10th. 0-1 in there. So he skips 6 appearances. Last time out was against the Big Train in their 11-9 destruction of a lead. Last time in the first of a doubleheader, 0-1. Ground ball up the middle, just over Erd. Shortstop coming in on it, Gibbs. It gets under his glove into the outfield, and the runner from third, Gonzalez, will come home. So a mistake on the air brings home a run, and it's a 1-run single for Foscolo. I am unsure, actually, if that's going to get ruled as a single, but it does get down, and there is a run scored. I mean, that just can't happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not the play you want there, not the moment either, as Erd is doing his work here and trying to get batters out, able to get the biggest bat of the Big Train out, Malvazio, and you have Gonzalez on second. You know you have to be careful of that, and then just a complete misplay by his defense there allows Gonzalez to get all the way through and cut this lead to 3.
Officially, an error reach for Foscolo, so Emilio Gonzalez scores unearned. No RBI for Foscolo, and Panette now in the box as he walked his last time up. He'll try and keep the big inning energy going, as that's another run for the Big Train in 2 straight innings. 0.2 innings pitched already for Erd, only a strikeout and a run given, but only 1 hit so far against him. Panett, that one listed low. It's a passed ball, and quick rough start again for Erd against these Big Train, potentially, as the 3-1 with a passed ball moves the runner over.
Scolo now on second as well. Count 3-1 to Panett.
Hits this one foul. So now into a full count. No payoff because there's only 1 out, but maybe an action pitch for Foscolo over there at second, though he's not too keen on running often. 3-2. Behind the back of Panett, and it'll be a walk. He'll avoid the painful way as he dodges it, and on the full count, it'll give a chance to Kieran Coleman with 2 runners on. He singled his last time up. Has hit well with runners in scoring position, actually the only way he has hit. This season, every hit coming with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Coleman has done well when he has seen those runners on and stepped up to the big moment. Panett there, making sure he dived out of the way, as he was reaching to first base either way, so doesn't want to get hit by the ball there.
First pitch missing. Erd continuing to struggle against these Big Train. Righty has 2 on, 1 out. Could be a totally different situation if that play had been made at short by Gibbs, but gets in and out of his glove, or just actually under. Beats him 5-hole like he is a goalie. 1-1.
Been a week of goalie errors.
Matt Freese, right side ground ball. Taylor made double play, but Gibbs has to spin on the throw, but they do get him anyway at first. A well-done play by Gibbs on the spin move. Just beat him at the bag, and the Big Train of 2 runners stranded. Only 1 run given by Erd, and the Thunderbolts breathe a sigh of relief. We'll be right back in the top of the 6th. It's spring as that ends the day for Landry Winter. It brings up the Alabama product, Joseph Chirotto.
Chirotto out of Alabama. He's played in now 2 games for the Big Train, both relieving outings, 5.1 innings pitched, 0 earned runs so far this season with a whip of 2.06 and 8 strikeouts. So definitely somebody who you can tell has D1 caliber promises. He's played in 4 games for Alabama on the mound so far.
Yeah, I mentioned that fastball tailing all the way up to 93 earlier this season as well. It's been very good. He's out of Edwardsville, Illinois, the number 2 prospect, number 9 prospect in 2025 at a high school in the state. Edwardsville, just by the way, outside of St. Louis. The number 2 outfield prospect. He's played 2 ways, as this one is hit well into center field by the likes of Polizzi, as it's going to go down at the wall. Not Polizzi, excuse me. It's going to be Colin Gibbs, who will make up for that error with 2 bags of his own. A double to start things off. Chiaroto's first extra base hit given.
Well, Chiaroto, with that kind of power that he does have, if he leaves it too far over the zone, batters can get a hold of it, and they do exactly that there. Off the fence in right, and a stand-up double for Colin Gibbs.
So, Winter's Day ends to innings pitched, 3 hits, 4 earned runs, 4 walks. Had 2 strikeouts. Second pitch of the inning from Chiaroto is missed to Studervant. That's been the issue, is missing. And when they have found that fastball, it has been driven very well. And Studervant will try and be just like Gibbs, who was very attuned to it. Gibbs, a Frederick Community College transfer portal member, I believe. 1-0. Missing outside on that fastball again. It's a very heavy one to deal with, and Studervant's been lucky he doesn't have to swing yet.
Well, and with a pitcher that has that kind of speed from their arm, maybe sometimes getting a swing in the first couple pitches of an at-bat, especially if it's his first one of the night.
This one tattooed down the line into left. Just foul. Barely keeping a run out, as that one, first off, nearly left the ballpark. Second off, nearly was extra bases if it had gotten down fair. Neither of which is true, thankfully, for the big train. And that is a sigh of relief from Chiaroto, as another fastball is nearly taken deep.
Yeah, he's definitely really grateful that that one was on the foul side line. It's saying that batters might want to swing early and not let him get kind of his feet under him, because once he's in a rhythm and delivering that ball with that much velocity into the zone, it's going to be really hard to fight back and get yourself on base.
So 1 run in the bottom of the 5th for the big train. Silver Spring trying to extend that lead. Now we're back to where we started after the 3rd inning, where it was 3-0. Thunderbolts 7-4. 9 hits for the other side of the Thunderbolts. 5 hits for the big train. Second pitch in there, as Studervant, I think, choked down his own spit there, coughing, and they have to call time. Unfortunate. Definitely has happened to me before.
I think anyone who's played some sports has experienced that one. Maybe not even sports.
Half swing, and it's fouled downward. Train had bases loaded last time out, and left a runner stranded as a double play ended things. Call that they did not like. I think maybe just got him, but kind of depends on when that ball was fully in the glove, and unsure when that was. 2-2, Chiaroto trying to navigate through his second batter with a runner on second. Half swing, Studervant was way behind a fastball again, and it'll be another dance on 2-2.
That one actually goes flying into the parking lot. Hope everyone's car here is okay.
Never went over Zach Bortner's day for the Thunderbolts. 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. Big swing and a miss, and down goes Studervant for the 3rd time in a row. Just can't find anything again. Swing and a miss is the beneficiary of Chiaroto.
That's a really good pitch from Chiaroto, and showing his prowess here. He does have the power to get these batters out, and he wants to do exactly that tonight.
Camacho Jr. now up. He's 0 for 3 on the day, a strikeout and a flying ground out, as that one misses outside. First pitch from Chiaroto. He misses a lot right there, a little bit above the knees and a little bit, maybe an inch or 2 outside. It's a pitch that lefties like to swing at. Camacho righty, 1-0. Breaking ball hit over to third. Panett will pick it up and throw it to first. That'll be the second out of the inning, and well done for Panett in his, I believe, first start again. That is in the field. I think he DH'd on Monday.
Yes, I believe so. Good to see him back in the infield as well, and really in-time throw over to Gonzalez at first base for that out.
His absence as well definitely gave Coleman some opportunities to prove that he deserved to be in the field, and he's done well with those. Brings up Nolan Cutney, first baseman. First pitch missed inside. Did not want to wear 92.
Well, maybe a great number, but not a fun miles per hour to get hit by.
Any particular reason you like 92?
Just, it's a good number. It looks good on the back of the jersey, I think.
That's a good point. 1-0. I think the high numbers are not used enough. Even in hockey, the low 90s are pretty sparsely used. More than other sports, but no more than football, obviously. Defensive line number. 2-0. I think they should use it more in soccer. Be funny. 2-0.
Could be fun.
Girodo, his pitch is pretty well struck, but he's kind of under it. Cutney flies this one into right. Malvazio will have the third out of the inning. So they do get a runner on the double, but they can't find anything with it as Gibbs is stranded at second. We'll be right back as the big train get a chance to hit now here in the bottom half of the seventh as we stretch. Welcome back to the Big Tree Baseball Network. TJ Gramesty going to lead things off. I'm Carson Cass with Zach Lewis on my left. We're at number one. Gramesty playing number two in the catching spot as trying to break a 3-run deficit as they have now broken the 4-inning scoring streak. It's the bottom of the sixth. Apologize. I left the last inning by saying we were going to stretch. We don't stretch for another 2 frames.
All the games against the Thunderbolts have been a little bit longer games because of all the hitting that has happened in most of these matchups. So just over our 2-hour mark as we start our, well, just coming to, I guess, as we start our first pitch at 6:15 tonight, waiting for our umpires.
Pitch missing low.
Well, Carson, I thought of my, or I found the most notable player, I think, to wear 92 was the Hall of Famer NFL player Reggie
Don't say
White.
it. Oh. Packer. I'm from Chicago. 3-0. Pitch missing, and Gramesty looking to draw his team leading. Well, I guess he already leads the team, but he would extend his lead over the rest of the team. 23rd walk. That one in there. Good fastball from Erd, who's still on the mound, to fight back. He's gone through 1.1 innings so far. Strikeout. Unearned run as well. 3-1. Oof, missed inside, and very quickly another walk. Gramesty to start things off here in the sixth.
Number 15, Will Pass.
Thank you very much for joining us here on the Big Train Baseball Network. A lot of fun this season, as we've only got 13 games left. 10 of them, though, will be video games, as radio only 3 ways. That one missed outside. I'm Carson Cass with Zach Lewis. We will probably be the pairing the rest of the way, I think.
believe so.
And then we'll have playoffs. Big Trainer first in the league at 19-8 with a 9-game win streak. Thunderbolts on the opposite end of that spectrum. They're at the bottom, 7-20. We approach that playoff marker. They're pretty close to clinching. They have at least clinching a seeding, as that one in there. So it'll be a difficult way to see. I mean, they may have already clinched the playoffs. I'm unsure if they're going for the 8-team format or 6-team format. As I am aware, it's a 6-team playoff, as the 2-1 misses high. Gramesty goes, and a great throw. Just nailed him. Gramesty is extinguished as the catcher, Schmelzer, just beat him.
I mean, he did, and Gramesty can appreciate that one as a player who does really well behind the plate, throwing runners out, and definitely gets caught on that one. The throw is in time and down as he tries to slide into second.
So nobody on for Hack on the 3-1, and that one missed. And you got to think, with Urge struggling already, you just got to take what you can get until they force you, I think, to get runners on. And you know Urd. You feel like your guys are capable of hitting off Urd. Don't like the call to steal there, but Gramesty is pretty quick. It's only the second time he's been caught this season. He leads the team with 14 stolen bags. Could not get his 15th there. Runner at first. Johnson hits a ground ball to the right side. He is 1 for 1 tonight. RBI single and 2 walks.
Yeah, and I think to that stolen base note, there's a lot of innings in this game left. So while it might feel some urgency to get back from a 3-run deficit, you have to realize that there's going to be plenty of time in this game.
That one just outside, so 1-1 count. You got to trust your guys around you, and it's nice. I think that is part of the reason they steal there. Gramesty could then be driven in by a Hack single. 1-1. Righty Urd delivers low. 2 errors, 9 hits, 7 runs for the Thunderbolts. Big Train trail by 3.
Cal Johnson has himself an RBI single last time up to the bag, so starting his hitting tonight.
That one, a strike, or excuse me, a ball. They throw back to first and do not get him over there. So a 3-1 count, excuse me. Only 1 strike. Every hitter so far has seen a 3-1 count. Urd delivers, misses high, and it's another walk to Johnson. So, 2 straight walks, and the catcher, Schmelzer, will have a brief meeting with his pitcher, Urd, to try and talk things over. Corners are now in.
What are you saying to Urd here, Carson?
You just got to get them something they can hit. You're not a strikeout guy. You know you aren't. You just have to give him something to hit. He needs to know his role here, and I think his catcher's probably reminding him of that. You just are pretty much saying, hey, give him something to hit. Fielders will back you up. We know we've made some errors tonight, but you know they haven't hurt us too bad. They've not given up a run in either of the innings. They had an error. But that's the 3rd straight walk for Urd. Lucky the bases aren't loaded on the great throw from his catcher. Ground ball right side. It gets through. Right. We'll have a runner going home. And at the plate, they're going to try and get him. They won't. They'll throw to second and just keep the corners loaded. Gramesty isn't able to score because he's off, but Will Hack will be in there. Urd a little upset. 7-5 lead cut, tying runner on first.
Well, that's really well done there by Brennan Wright, long-term veteran of the Bethesda Big Train, and doing exactly what he needs to there. Like I said, these Big Train can be patient, and the runs will come, and that's exactly what happens there.
So Emilio Gonzalez with a runner on first. He's got the tying runner at first. Third is the likes of likes of Will Hack. First pitch missing high. Urd going to try and just get out of this thing. A man now warming in the pen. It's a lefty. 1-0 for Urd. Missing inside, and a quick 2-0 count. A hitter's count to a man who's already singled, tattooed. A good pitch, and they'll have a brief mound visit for Erd to try and right the ship. Pitching coach will attempt to play tugboat.
Yeah, and Thunderbolts don't want this one to get out of hand. Seeing if there is an arm warming in the pen now, so see now if they give their relieving pitcher a little bit more time in the bullpen as we take a brief moment here while we're waiting for decision. Looks like he'll stay in for now.
So Erd will try and fight through the Rockville native. Grew up around here. There's a lefty going in the bullpen. Looks like it could be Franco Pistella. Maybe Jacob Seek. My other initial thought is Michael Presky, as that one misses. Presky gave up the walk-off single. I think it's Jabril Scott. 3-0. Who knows? That one missing, and we'll see if the rope is there for Erd as the tying run will advance to second. Will they give him another batter? They will. So Zach Malvazio to the plate. The wrong kind of guy. He's been cold tonight. 0 for 3. But he's got a big swing that he can find anywhere here. Erd needs to give him something to pitch, forcing the issue. First pitch in there. It's a good fastball that just touches the outside portion of the plate. As they try and pick Johnson off back at third, he was already standing at the bag. He's been walking back turned, and, I mean, he has not gotten the leadoff that is good enough for that kind of back pick. 0-1. This one sawed off. It's popped up into the right foul territory. Cutney kind of overran it. It's going to get down foul. Cutney had no beat on it, and Malvazio has got second life.
Thunderbolts defense breathing a sigh of release that one landed foul. If it was fair, it was getting down in blue territory there, and runners would have come across the big train. Probably would have been able to bring two and tie this game up if that one had just crept maybe 2 feet to the left.
0-2 misses high. Now 1-2. It's probably the hardest fastball Erd has thrown all night. Trying to beat Malvazio with bases loaded. Double play, depth, corners in. Comes the 1-2. Survival swing on a low breaking ball.
Pitcher on pitcher duel here, as both these guys have a lot of experience both on the mound and from the batter's box.
1-2. That one missing low. It's a good fastball, but Malvazio does not bite. Two missing high, and now a full count. Action pitch. We will see what conspires.
Well, how much permission do you give Malvazio to swing on this one full count with only one out?
The greenest of flags. Yes. 3-2. Erd delivers. Laser down the line foul. I mean, it's a 3-2. You have to swing if it's in the zone.
That ball got Big Train fans to maybe sit up in their seats a little bit. Does stay foul for the second time.
3-2 again. Missing low in Malvazio. Another RBI this season, 19 now on the tally as he walks a runner home. So the tying run to third, leading run to second. First base has Malvazio, and Erd's day will end. Great job from the Big Train to keep this line moving. The ring of fire burning Erd pretty bad there. Malvazio on at first with that walk. It's enough to end the day. We'll be right back in the Big Train Baseball Network. Lead now 7-6 for the Thunderbolts. So it's Franco Pistella, who has a kind of different throwing motion than last time we saw him. It's a lot more sidearm. And he is now in his 8th appearance of the year, Zach.
Yeah, 8 appearances, 8.2 innings pitched. An ERA that maybe we don't want to say out loud for air. Has played a couple times against the big train and not been very successful against them, so is looking to maybe shake things up again with a new launch angle against big train.
Talk about launch angle. This one gets him down into right field. One runner will score. It's right. Another one trailing Gonzalez, and a 2-run single for Foscolo. He adds on to this tally on a good week so far. 4 RBIs on Monday, now 2 on this singular hit. And it is now a lead for Bethesda, 8-7.
Not the way you want to come into the game for Pistella. The hot bat of Ryan Foscolo continues tonight as he gets a 2 RBI single, and Thunderbolts reeling a little bit now as they have now officially lost their lead.
Second single of the day for Foscolo. Pistella misses outside. Pistella,
One of a few relievers that have seen the big train more than once, just like Erd. He gave up 9, and now more runs on the tally for Erd. Day will close at the end of the inning or whenever Malvasio is out or has reached home. 1-0 in there. It's a good pitch to Logan Panett. 6th inning has been an entire destruction of that lead. 8-7, obviously that lead now. Pistella started the year off against the big train with 6 runs, as Panett, opposite way, could get down. It won't. It'll be enough to cause Malvasio to run home. Play at the plate is not in time. Schmelzer can't hang with the ball, and a sacrifice fly brings another runner home for Panett.
Well, it's actually a pretty good throw from Palizzi down to the home plate, but Malvasio getting there a little bit ahead and the ball not able to stay in the glove of Schmeitzer. So 1 more run scored, and the lead is now 2-9-7 big train.
So, Pistella has given up now in his career 6 earned runs to the big train. I was coming into today, an infinite ERA against them with no outs. Get. That was his first out ever against the big train, And, one of those days feels like the everyday for Thunderbolts against the big train and the pitching staff at least. 1-1. Now it's missing to Kieran Coleman, who would be the last batter they would need to bat around here. 1-1, pickoff attempt, 2 outs after the sac fly. 9 hits for the Thunderbolts, 7 runs. 9 runs for the big train on 7 hits. So Coleman now on the 1-1. Missing inside. It's a solid pitch, but Pistella was not near the zone there. Pittsburgh native, Pistella goes to Oberlin College in Ohio. One of 2 universities there that have pretty good baseball teams. The other one, Ohio Northern. 2-1. Big wave by Coleman. Ohio Northern, the Polar Bears. Pistella's Oberlin College, the Squirrels.
2s across the board now as Pistella looks to do a little more work to end this inning for the Thunderbolts.
Coming off of an injury. 2-2. Missed inside, and the runner will go uncontested. Stolen base now for Foscolo. So scoring position for Coleman as he now has a payoff pitch on a full count, 2 outs. But Pistella, not a great year at Oberlin. First inning he saw, gave up 3 earned runs, and had to leave due to injury. 3-2. Ground ball up the middle, the worm burner. Gets into the glove of Gibbs. Got to make a tough play on it. He just sails it. It'll bounce off of the concrete. An error. Lets Coleman reach. Good bounce off the carom to keep it in the ballpark.
Yeah, the error almost allows Foscolo to get all the way home. They do collect it just in time to prevent that from happening, but runners on the corners now as Coleman takes permission to swing at that full count pitch and does a good job getting it past the pitcher and into the shortstop area.
So they batted around. Gramesty started this inning with a walk. He was the only runner not to score so far, as that one was now a bunt down the left side line. Gramesty over to first. He beat that fantastic run from Gramesty on the bunt. Brings home a runner, an RBI single.
The bats eating across the board here for the big train. Gramesty using his quickness to be able to reach on a good bunt. And that does bring in another runner for the big train. Now up 3 instead of down 3, 10-7 for the big train.
6 runs in this bottom half of the 6th inning. Really good start as Will Hack, he walked in this inning already. He's got 2 runners on. Gramesty's 3rd RBI of the day was Foscolo scoring. First pitch in there on the slider. Whip 3.5 with an 18 ERA like his teammate Erd coming into this. Books officially closing, by the way, on Erd. This one hit in the air foul. Erd gave up 5 earned runs, 6 total on 1.2 innings pitched. 2 hits, 5 walks, a hit by pitch, and a strikeout. It's now the 0-2 as Hack behind Pistella. In there, it's a great fastball, and Hack's upset at himself there. Tough look, unfortunately. He's been cold, but has seen better days and definitely has it in him. We'll be right back. 10-7 now the lead after a big 6-run bottom of the 6th as we head to the top of the 7th. So the MLB draft here coming up. Your Orioles, I believe, are picking in the 15s range. Righty Chiodoto in his 2nd inning of work. It's been a long time since he was on the mound as the big train batted around +2. 11 plate appearances for the squad as they plated 6 runs to take a 10-7 lead. And MLB draft coming up, I believe, on the 13th. Maybe. I just searched up MLB draft and the day did not come up. It is the 11th. Wow. 1-1. Ground ball backwards, so 3 days till that. White Sox have the first overall pick.
Orioles will be playing that night at home.
You going?
No, I was offered to go, but I'll be here.
Yeah. This one tattooed into left. Chiodoto's fastball has been eaten up by these Thunderbolts, and no different here for the likes of Polizzi. Good hitting night for him. An extra base hit is 2nd, as he is in at 2nd base, obviously, to start the 7th off.
2nd double hit against Chiodoto. As you said, the fastball has been figured out early and not leaving too many swings out there.
So runner on, another leadoff double you mentioned. Trying to do the same thing he did last inning then with retiring the next 3 in order. Righty Chiodoto out of Alabama. White Sox were I think the original argument was between Rock Chalosky for the pick, number 1 overall pick out of UCLA, and originally maybe Justin LeBron, Alabama shortstop, as that is a foul ball off of Gramisty's mask, 1-1 count. The conversation is now pretty much Emerson or Chalosky. The general consensus is that it will be Chalosky, but Emerson is a high schooler, very akin to Bobby Witt Jr., especially at the plate. He's considered a better hitter. 1-1 lined into right field, pretty well struck, but it'll go foul into the bullpen.
Actually, just cleared the bullpen on that side.
Then there's Vaughn Lackey. It's been very good, but they believe that Emerson and Chalosky are just the better players and is a little bit below those two. I think he'll be a very good player. I personally want Lackey if I was the White Sox. 1-2. Line into the left as it actually just gets into the glove of Panette. Good play over there in the hot corner as he gets one steaming hot. Hard line drive. He tries to go back to second and does not get the out.
Brennan Wright almost able to make the hopping play as he gets up on the top of his glove and lands with 2 feet down on the base, but the man who hit the double, Marco Polizzi, able to get back in time.
Foul backwards. Trying to think if there's any former players of this league in these top picks, but I can't think of one. 0-1. Chiarotto will miss to Kai Schmelzer. One. Out of Schmelzer, the catcher. Missing again low. One from Chiarotto is a curveball in there. His teammate kind of placed around the 15 range in LeBron. Two from Chiarotto is missed outside. Good pitch, but just couldn't find it.
Full count now to Schmeiser, the catcher.
Going into his freshman year. As this one is hit pretty well into right, but it's not going to have the distance they want. Bit of a fake run from the man at second base, Marco Polizzi, as Kai Schmelzer flies out to right.
Well, so far it has the same blueprint as the last inning for the Big Train defense, with Colin Gibbs leading off with a double in that one, and then 3 straight outs for him as he stayed lonely on second base. Polizzi opened up this inning with a double, and Pavel and Schmeiser with a line out and a fly out to follow.
Brell, the Dickinson product out of the D3 college in Virginia, will take a swing at that one backwards. Orioles are slated to maybe grab Drew Burris, the outfielder out of Georgia Tech, who seems really good. Could definitely help a struggling outfield down the road. You never draft for really need in the MLB draft because those guys tend to be 2 to 3 years off. Burris would kind of maybe be a guy that gets called up next year. Talk a little bit with Tim Kirkjian, of the ESPN baseball crew. 1-1. This one fouled back. Just about the MLB draft and where it might go if high schoolers are out of it. 2 high schoolers slated to be in the top 5.
Kirchin was saying to not discount high schoolers still being a part of the draft just yet. Obviously talks to get rid of that and force players to play more in college. But
1-2. This one hitting the air to the left. It's popped up. Under it is Panette, and he ranges to his left, then his right to get the 3rd out of the inning. 10-7 lead maintained after the leadoff double, same way Chiyoroto did it last time. We'll be right back on the Big Train Baseball Network. 10-7 the lead as we stretch to the 7th. Cal Johnson back to the plate in the bottom of the 7th. Excuse me. Johnson, a switch hitting designated hitter tonight. He has been one of the 4 All-Stars in this lineup. They've been pretty good tonight. Singled his last time up, or excuse me, walked his last time up and was driven in. The All-Stars tonight collectively. Actually, there's 5. I forgot about Gramesty. I apologize. That kind of changes everything. 0-1 missing inside. They have 6 RBIs between the 5 of them.
Pretty good numbers for those All-Stars. Cal Johnson has walked 3 times tonight and has a single.
1-1, and that one barely fouled off. Is caught either way by Schmeltzer. Pistella still on the mound. Was able to end the inning with a strikeout looking, trying to move that momentum over to the 7th after he gave up some more runs. 10-7 the Big Train lead. 1-2. Pitch just missed. Pistella kind of celebrated a strikeout there. He missed, though. Thought he'd gotten it. I did too, honestly. But
yeah, I mean, it was close, but not quite finding the zone there for Pistella.
Yeah, but some later strike calls here from the ump behind the plate. 2-2, and that one does surely miss.
Full count.
Pretty night here tonight. Red, kind of a bottom glaze of the few clouds as the sun fades. 2-2. Sawed off left side. Going to be a fair ball that goes foul. Camacho grabs it foul, and it'll be another plate, or another swing that Johnson is allowed.
Brendan Wright leaving the bat standing on its head for Cal Johnson to come and pick back up to start his at-bat. A nice gesture from his teammate.
3-2. The count. Hard worm burner. Camacho dives. He comes up with it. Throw to first is in time. Great play for the Thunderbolts as they keep Johnson off the path.
Yeah, great grab by Camacho there and a good throw and scoop into the dirt there by the first baseman of the Thunderbolts. Cal Johnson gets out for his first time tonight.
So Pistella, that's his second out of the ball game, or third out of the ball game collected now through a full inning. Hasn't had the day he's really been hoping for. Conceded a few runs of Erds, but also one of his own. 3 hits given up. Strikeout as well, as that is now going to be a 7th batter faced in Brendan Wright, who takes a strike for the first pitch, excuse me. Be hard to take a strike for ball 1.
It would, and Brendan Wright last time up, singled for an RBI.
This one hit well into center. Peguillas kind of loses it, but Luckily, it's right by him, and he's able to adjust and get the second out of the inning on the first swing from right.
You know, something I've noticed is we've gone to away ballparks. Both teams struggle some losing the ball in the lights. At this ballpark, they seem to be at a really nice angle for everyone that the ball doesn't actually get caught in the lights too much for those plays in outfield.
Part of that helps. You see the third layer of lighting. You can't really see it on the broadcast because it's just one light bar. As Gonzalez swings and misses at an outside fastball. Surely, you don't throw that to him again this time. You're going to let him try and get a fastball on the inside. Throw it maybe too far low or too far high if you're Pistella. 0-1. He goes for the exact same pitch but misses way low. And it's the three light bars. There's one that's facing upwards that kind of lets the ball have a bit more light under it going up. 1-1. That one just missed inside. So a 2-1 count. Gonzalez, the patience working well. He walked last time.
Gonzalez also has a single tonight.
1-4-3. The 2-1. Almost swung. I was about to say strike two, but he did not go. 3-1 the count. You know, Gonzalez out of Nova Southeastern, 9 home runs there. The reigning outstanding hitter of the year, Triple Crown winner as well, first in Cal Ripken Senior League history. His second All-Star game as well. Last night. 3-1. That one missed, so a walk, a second in a row for Emilio Gonzalez as he keeps the line moving with 2 outs to Zach Malvazio, who did walk last time up and eventually score. An RBI for him, but a good at-bat worked from Gonzalez.
Yeah, good patience there, and he hands the baton over to the man, Zach Malvazio, who was patient last time and brought in an RBI with his walk.
First pitch in there for a strike to Malvazio. Not the day he's been hoping for. Doesn't have an RBI on his tally. 0 for 3 with a walk. That was the one that drove a runner home with bases loaded. The 0-1 from Pistella. Inside, nearly caught the hands of Malvazio, but he'll stay in. Barely dodges him. Ground ball left side. Going to be a tough play, but they do make it as Gibbs is able to get the third out of the inning over to second. No runs, no hits. Big Train still lead 10-7 as we head to the top of the 8th.
Is that called a fielder's choice, or is it just a ground out?
Ten-7 the lead for Bethesda. Chiodoto will have his third time to the mound, as he mans the rubber. He's given up 2 hits, just no hit runs. Both doubles, both were leadoff, and Gabriel Paguillas seems like a pretty swell candidate to keep that going.
Well, it was kind of interesting. It was the same sequence pretty much, not with strikeouts and flyouts, but he got a double. The leadoff man got a double both times up, and then both times after that he goes 3 straight outs. So maybe he has to give Pegues a double here in order to keep his no runs tally.
Misses the 1-0. It's 2 straight fastballs on the inside as Pegues, solid day today, 2 RBIs. A single and a fielder's choice brought them in, but 1 for 4. Fielder's choice was how he reached. 2-0. Almost win at 1, but decided to hold off on the strike called changeup. It's a pretty quick ball game since the 4th inning. As 2-1 missed inside. We ended the 4th at 8 p.m. And now it's 8:52, and we're in the 8th. 3-1 count. In danger of administering a walk to the leadoff man. The dreaded leadoff walk. Better than a double, though. Pegues already stole a base, or tried to steal a base, was caught. 3-1, lined into right. Pegues, his second time stealing and caught by Gramesty. Gramesty, his second time stealing and caught by the Thunderbolts. Both of them only 2 caught stealings on the year. Both of them achieved them as the pair stands at the catcher and hitting spot respectively. 3-2 to the righty, and it's a worm burner. Collected by Coleman, throw to first. There's the first out of the inning.
Coleman staying very good in that shortstop spot. He has the perfect arm for that, collects well, and delivers a first out for the Big Train defense here in the top of the 8th.
Carson Cass with Zach Lewis on my left. It's the Big Train Baseball Network. We thank you very much for tuning in. 10-7, the Big Train lead. That came about in a big 6th inning where they batted around, scored 6 runs, completed a comeback from down 7-4, 4-0, the biggest lead. It's been the theme here, as in all 3 wins they have achieved against the Silver Spring-Takoma. They have either scored double digits or they have been able to come back from a deficit. Double digits in their last win, 11-2. Or 11-6, excuse me. 11-9, I apologize, as they got the save in a comeback win. 1-0. They were down 6-1 at a point. In that game, it was Silver Spring-Takoma, the second team in a row to have lost to the Big Train at that point. After being up 6-1, the Aces had the same issue the night before. 1-1 from Pichardo. That one in there. Aces recently gave up 9 runs in the bottom of the 7th as well. Apologies, you were about to say something, but I was on a tangent.
Just kidding. Chirotto just doing well there on that pitch. It drops out of the zone quickly. It's ahead on the count.
Strike 3 looking as he can't find anything. Gibbs is beat by a hard fastball. Wow. Chirotto is a guy you don't see too often. Just so talented at baseball in literally every asset of the game. Has not had the year at the plate that I think he's wanted, but he did graduate high school as a better hitter than a pitcher, and he's been a great pitcher this year. 4 appearances at the plate this year. Has a sombrero of the platinum kind, 4 strikeouts. But he'll definitely turn around with more appearances, it appears. Chirotto, first pitch, did not go. Studervent, now a new 1-0 count. But the Aces gave up a 7-2 lead. I know they conceded, I think it was 6, 7, maybe 8 runs, as he did not go again. He did go there, 1-1 count. They had the Thunderbolts down to their last out, nobody on, and then the baseball game concluded with them losing, getting walked off on a hit by pitch, as that one misses inside. The game of baseball is a cruel thing.
I mean, it is, and it's just funny how when you play certain teams, certain patterns emerge. I mean, you think about Big Train against the Crop Dusters and how heated those games have been, and a little bit of pitching duels. As that one misses, put the count to 3-1. Pitching duels against the Crop Dusters, and the Big Train have been a good comeback team, but specifically against the Thunderbolts, and those have been high-scoring games. So just fun to see how the dynamics shift based on who you're playing.
3-1 count. That one just misses low, and it'll be a walk for Studervent. Struck out his last 3 appearances, but before that, he had himself a single, so he's 1 for 4 on the day as he earns a walk to keep the line moving in the 8th.
Thunderbolt just missed in the low portion of the zone. Chirotto, who had been on a roll there, but got behind in the count just a little bit.
First pitch, swing and a miss from Sam Camacho Jr. He's 0 for 4 tonight. Trying to right the ship, play something better here. Attempting to try and put the gauze on his season so far with a sub 600 OPS, 0-1 to Camacho. Did not play last year at Clarion. Redshirted the previous year. Big wave on the 0-1 and quickly into an 0-2-0.
Chirotto doing a great job getting ahead on this count. Would love to get one more out and just see the big train out to this 3-run lead.
So 0-2. Chirotto will collect himself again here and put it back together, as he's been quite good on the mound this season. Difficult stuff to face. Likely going to go back to this fastball after Camacho has not been ahead of either. But it's a breaking ball, and Camacho thought what I did. Struck him out to end what is likely his full day, as he's gone 3 innings, no runs allowed. A fantastic strikeout there. We'll be right back. We go to the bottom of the 8th. One more chance to add runs before they go for a save opportunity. Welcome back to the Big Train Baseball Network. New man on the mound for the Thunderbolts. We'll have to take a look here. He's a new addition. We will get that to you in just a moment as the internet here tries to battle me as I fight for the team stats page and pad for a little bit of extra time. We're number 29 here.
Number 29 is Vincent Anzidi. He is
Out of
out of
Dominican.
Dominican University.
Dominican University, I believe in the, I can't remember if it's the Chicago or D.C. area. I feel like it's the D.C. area. He'll be rising into his freshman year. He's a Bethesda native.
He does have 3 appearances with the Thunderbolts already this season, just 4 innings pitched in those. 4 strikeouts in his innings pitched, but an ERA of 6.75, so not exactly the best relieving so far, but doing what he can.
Dominican University in downtown Chicago. Said that right, too. 1-0.
You said DC as well.
Well, I mean, the city name. As Foscolo swings and misses, last time up he had a 2 RBI double. 6 RBIs in the past 2 games. Stay hot, kid. Kentucky Wildcat redshirt. Freshman, excuse me.
Yeah, and I think with hitting like this, he'll hope to go back to Kentucky and earn himself a spot and maybe the rotation a little bit there.
He posted his season stats going into Monday. They've only gotten better since. His RBI total then was a bit of a relaxed, I would suppose, compared to what it is now, marker at 16 going into today. So only 12 then, now 18. Pitch in there on the now 2-1-2-2 the count. Big swing and a miss. It's a great breaking ball, and there's a strikeout for the likes of Nzedi. Nzidi, excuse me.
Yeah, it's a good strikeout there on Foscola, who's had a good night. Just sits down swinging.
Nzidi graduated in 2025, did not play last season. The IMG graduate. Big swing and a miss on the first breaking ball from Panette. The last two have definitely hung in the zone, and they both trying to take it very deep, but has not had quite the prowess to do so.
Big Train coming in now and looking to swing big and extend this one.
Big swing down the line. It's barely fair. Going to be extra bases for Panette. Potentially, as the carom helps the left fielder, but the throw is way offline. He is in there safely. Throw beat him, but it's not in the right spot. So a double for Panette. It's his first hit since returning. Good night him tonight. Already an RBI on the sac fly. 2 walks, one the painful way, as it brings up the likes of Kieran Coleman.
Well, Panette was patient on the night, not forcing his issue too much. His first time he flew up, but then after that, 2 walks with good patience, getting hit by a pitch as well. So that brings in an RBI with the sacrifice, and now he has a double on the night. So a really complete start for him here as he's back from illness.
First pitch now to Coleman from Nzedi. Wanted to get a pickoff attempt because he had him beat by a mile if he did. It's going to do a funky throwing motion. His legs are way quicker than his arms. Gets all the way over his head, too. How's that one? Swinging a foul ball backwards, 1-1. Definitely a unique one, but his arm being so much slower than his leg is very interesting.
Yeah, leg kind of ends up trailing behind him a little bit. Coleman faces 1-1.
Righty Nzedi with a man on second. Line up the middle, just off the glove, but a second baseman's there. Prell to first, and it's going to be a 1-4-3 put out.
Good feeling there for the Thunderbolts as they look to keep this one as close as they can to give themselves a shot in the top of the 9th. But the double from Panette proving important there, as it could have potentially been a double play if he was going to second instead of already there, and he safely at third now with
so
2 outs.
The rare 3-player single out as it tips off the glove. The man on the mound. Brings up TJ Gramesty, the all-star outfielder playing catcher. Probably should have been an all-star catcher, but the league just has so many good catchers, so kind of got snubbed there, ended up in the outfield. He's played the outfield naturally in high school as well, now in a full catching spot. The 0-1. Roddy delivers. That one missing low. Camacho at third. Standing right there, and they got him. Wasn't looking, and it happened last time. They tried to pick him off. Gramesty frustrated. Wanted the at-bat, and he will stand and wait for his gear as they pick off Panette in his first game back home since June. We'll be right back. We'll go for the save on the top Chiodoto for 4 innings. Ooh. Hello and welcome back to the Big Train Baseball Network. Shipping up to Boston plays as it'll be 4 innings attempted for Chiodoto. He's looking to start at Alabama, a tough task in his sophomore year, but he will have the ability to go 4 innings tonight. Starter workload as he will go for the save. Actually, I think he'll go for the win because he actually has had, he was in the game, I believe, during the last time out. So he's going for the win here. 4 innings pitched already, no runs given. A walk and 2 hits to his tally. It's been very good. As Big Train have scored 10, has held the line in every inning he's pitched. Yes, he will be going for the win for clarity. 0-1 now 1-1 as the first pitch misses to Cutney. On the after the second was a strike. 1-1. That one low. Breaking ball could not get any interest from Cutney. He's already homered tonight. A walk as well. Feels like a long time ago as it's 9-11 here in the ballpark. 2-1. Game started at 6. Cutney swung at that one. Bounced off the plate in the trail end of his swing. Hit it again. So it grounded fair and he was a little confused for a moment, but things worked out. 2-2.
The rare double hit.
So no save opportunity for Chiodoto as he has entered the game with the lead for them actually at 3. So 6 runs the difference since he's got there as the 3-2 misses.
Well, it just shows how important he's been tonight as he took over from Winter.
3-2. Big swing and a miss. Fantastic breaking ball gets Cutney swinging.
Right fielder, number 35, Marco Polizzi.
A really great way to defend your win defense here, as the Big Train had to do it the hard way against the Thunderbolts, coming back from several runs down.
It's his 4th K of the night. Up is Marco Polizzi, the other solo home run beneficiary. That one missing inside. Tough to see 93 on the hands.
Yeah, that'll break a finger if it.
That it will. You will be missing the rest of the season, which is, not ideal. 1-0. Sustaining a finger injury was Julius Bonaris earlier in the season on that actually very situation. Hit by pitch off the hands. Foul ball because it's very rare you actually see a guy get hit right in the hands, and sometimes you just kind of got to call it as you saw it. Didn't know, so this is a hit by pitch. 1-1. Chiodoto delivers, and that is a fantastic fastball. Just nowhere close for Polizzi.
Chiodoto has taken a good amount of games off, and so we haven't seen him in a while. So it might have taken him a little bit to get into this game fully, but now that he really has found his rhythm in this game and has done a great job against the Thunderbolt batters.
1-2. missing low. Yeah, gave up that double, found his groove, gave up his another double in the next inning, found his groove again, and has not given up a hit since then. Hitless in the last, now 8 batters, 2-2. Did concede a walk, ground ball left side. Panetta has to make a big reach on a tough bounce, but he gets the play to first anyway. There's the second out. 10-7 lead, 2 outs. Thunderbolts don't have much noise left as they will try and find a lightning section of energy as Griffin Povell will have the last chance at things.
Well, I think this Big Train team is showing in these latter innings why they are leading the league and able to get a win from wherever they needed. Logan Panette, another great fielding opportunity. It's really nice to have him back at third base for the Big Train.
Trying to double anyone else's win streak this season. The next best streak at 5 between 4 different teams. They've got 9, have the chance for 10. The 0-1 from Chiodoto. Swing and a miss. Povell down to his final strike as he can't see the fastball on the first one, and he half swings. That one's a full. He's nowhere near it. Chiodoto working quickly, the Alabama-Illinois native. On the 0-2, trying to go through 4 innings of work. Righty delivers. Just a bit low. Gramesty lost it. Maybe contributed to that frame not going the way he wanted.
Still ahead in the count. Chiodoto asks for a new ball. Is that one not great in the dirt? TJ Gramesty makes his pick and throws it back over to his catcher, looking to get one more strike to end this ball game.
Now the 1-2. Flame-throwing right-hander trying to shut the door. Half swing, right side. Gonzalez will scoop. He'll throw over to his pitcher, and there is the game. 10-7. Big Train have now won double digits. 10 in a row. How about that? Fantastic year so far, coming back from a poor start. They lead the league at 20-8. And 7-21 now for the Bolts, who just can't find anything. The losing streak now 3 for them. Great day from Chiodoto. That's going to be my player of the game on the pitching side. I'll let you choose a hitter side. That won't be the ones we get on the social media. So you can check out who will be there at Go Big Train on Instagram. But Chiodoto, 4 strikeouts through 4 innings, no runs allowed, only 3 base runners.
The hitting was kind of across the board. I mean, there were several players that did well today. Malvazio had an RBI as well. I think probably TJ Gramesty gets it again with his 2 RBI there, but a great comeback game there. A big 6th inning from the Big Train, and we look to come back and play the Thunderbolts again at their place tomorrow.
7 p.m. first pitch. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Carson Katz with Zach Lewis. Stay kind and have a great night.